any longer, time to introduce them with our MC, Richard Bay.
Thank you very much, Rishi. Well, going for her second title is the 2013 Ladies World Match Play Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca Field! Well, making her 5th appearance in this Ladies World Match Play final and hoping things really do come in threes. It's the 2005-2006 champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ellen Faulkner!
So, two of the best lady bowlers all set to go. And don't forget, if you have any observations or questions during the match, then send us your tweets. Just hashtag BBC Bowls, and we will read out and or answer as many of your questions as possible. Andy Thompson and David Corkill are in the commentary box for us. Hi, guys.
Hi, Rishi. Yes, I've got my tablet at the ready. It's going to be an interesting game. There's no doubt about that. And all the questions will come in and we'll do our best to answer them. Andy, a wealth of experience between the two players, but Rebecca would have the most recent experience on this particular rink.
Yeah, she does. I mean, Rebecca's a top player, obviously, both English, so that's nice to see that as well. But obviously, yeah, I think Ellen's just slightly more experienced throughout her career, shall we say. But as you say, Bex is used to this carpet, so this will be a great final, I think.
Lovely smooth delivery of Ellen Faulkner. You can see who she beats in the previous rounds there. Julie Forrest and Laura Thomas both going to tie-breaks 2-1. Had to be pushed all the way there. Rebecca Field. Alison Marion. Channel Islands, a prolific winner of titles. Again, a tight game, 11-9, 7-7, and of course last night, Clina Eadie, all the way to a 2-1 the tie break with Rebecca. Both players will be looking for a steady start, first couple of ends, and of course we're moving into the longer match as well, Andy.
Yeah, I think that'll probably favour both girls, really. I think they probably like the ends to second into the final. It's Ellen who started the better. I was impressed by Ellen's play yesterday. I thought she played really well.
It's very good at the choice of shot. Ellen using all that experience from major championships. That's really on the edge for those bowls. They're big swingers and the need to be fed out on a wide line.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Ellen's choice of hand. I think as the game progresses, I think we'll see her playing more on the forehand in this direction. But Beck's 2 down, opening end. Don't want to be dropping a 3 here. She looks too high though.
Wow, nice little edge. If it fallen in, it would have been better. Might be second.
Yes, yeah.
Close for second, I think.
It's a bit of a missed chance there. More the weight than anything, Andy. I think a line was good.
I think a line was good, but I should push the green ball out enough to count 2. Bex would be happy if it's just dropping the 1 here.
One shot, Alan Faulkner.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Faulkner, those balls will get her back in towards the jack, play off the high line, let the ball do the work.
Shot bowl is 10 inches.
Well, it's nice to see bowlers out there and they're using big swinging balls, because there's been an awful lot of narrow balls around over the years, and always like to see them swinging back from a high arc.
Yeah, I think so. I think the purists, they do prefer to see a ball swinging in. And as you say, the narrow bias balls have been the flavour, shall we say, in the last 4 or 5 years.
Very close, slightly favoured
However,
red.
I think on the portable rink here, it's such an advantage to be playing with a ball that turns around the head. In other words, takes a good bit of grass.
2 sets of 11 ends to separate these two players, and a 3-end tie break. If we get to that, I will explain the change in the rules for our audience who are non-bowlers. And there's still a draw on, but
Gap on the last bowl is 4 inches.
it's a tempting target.
Yes, I think so. I don't know. I haven't seen Bex playing too often. I don't know if she's an aggressive player or just more of a drawing.
Oh, she much prefers the draw.
I think she does. She's a front-end player often.
Yeah. Ellen would be different. Ellen's a skip international team. She'll be much more aggressive with a heavy ball. This is close.
Very close. Will she bend? Try. Possibly 2 to Ellen, I would say on that.
Yeah, so it certainly looks like it. It's 2. Oh, we've a smattering of players up there waiting on. Matthew Ory and Nick Brett, world number 1. Jimmy Chesney.
Sandra McLeish there as well. Oh, Ellen going for cover now, putting the bat ball in.
Well, ball on the jack. Ball will go into the ditch. Jack will go through, lose 1. Backhand drive, the red ball on the red ball will give her the shot.
Looks like Beck's sticking to the draw. I know she's playing a forehand runner.
Looks under. Yep. Well, let's see what she comes off this ball. No change. 1 and a look for the second. Nice weight for the job.
I think the circle's indicating 2, I think.
Two shots, Alan Faulkner.
2 shots to Alan Faulkner.
Well, they're both young, aren't they? Good eyesight.
Yes, I'd agree.
Set score 3-0 after 2 ends.
Ellen Faulkner now 36, but seems to have been around a very, very long time.
She certainly has. I think she said in her video before the game started, I think, is it 4 Commonwealth Games? That's good going, isn't it?
It is indeed.
I've been in Ellen's company in 1 or 2 of them.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Had the opportunity to travel the world, as they say, Andy.
Yes, it's dedicated to her sport.
Here's something back. She'd been to Glasgow, of course, and over to Delhi, which was always a challenging trip, that one, with the heat and humidity. But a very enjoyable one as well. Melbourne before that.
Yes, that was my last one.
You were there, Andy. And of course, the local one, Manchester. England did very well in that.
Certainly did.
But that's the 4 that she's been at.
I'm sure she'll be aiming for Australia a couple of years' time. It's the target for all the top lady bowlers at the moment. It's the World Championships at the end of this year. And of course you'll be there managing the Irish team, David.
No, that's for consideration. Contract is
On the last bowl.
to be looked at.
14
We'll see,
inches.
So, but I will more than likely be
2 feet.
hopefully in a different role.
Nobody put
One green.
anything within 18 inches, so this is a chance for Bex to steady the nerves a bit, get a good opening ball in, try to score, get on the board. Might be running a little bit. Looks like 1 to green.
1 to green at the moment, we think. I'm sure everybody will have their own opinion on that.
Well, there is room for Ellen here. The way she was bowling yesterday, I'd expect her to draw this.
Yes, absolutely. Especially on this forehand, her ball's always coming back in centre rink. This is good. Number 1.
One red.
Here we see Ellen's final delivery. Takes the shot. Steady start from Ellen.
Oh, this looks good. Perfect weight. And gets it in the scorecard, and a good one at that.
One shot, Rebecca Field.
Set score 3-1 after 3 ends.
Important to get that one in.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Some of the questions coming through, Andy, have been asking, does the green get stretched for the final? The answer is no, it doesn't. Once it's down, that's it. Unless there's a major problem.
I think it's always a problem that the green was laid about 2.5 weeks ago.
Gap is 12 inches.
It does slow down occasionally, and there has been some talk amongst the players that it should be stretched maybe halfway through, but I'm sure we wouldn't have a unanimous decision that we all want it stretched, so I think they just leave it alone for the duration.
Yes, and players do go out and practice all times of day, Andy, and all of a sudden if it's running 2 or 3 yards quicker the next session, it's not really fair on them.
I agree. So I think they're quite rightly just leave it alone once it's down. It may change a little bit, but it's not a great change during the fortnight. 3 great balls from here from Rebecca.
Better to pass it, and she has, that's good. Well, Faulkner would normally be quite aggressive to this and draw the shot.
3 green.
I think she will be aggressive here. We'll see Rebecca's final delivery coming in exactly where she wanted it.
There's a bit of width in the backhand because if she comes in tight under her own ball, it'll bring her back into the green ones. The forehand shot, she's also got her own ball to push in or split the front and run through.
She's playing the forehand. She obviously favours this hand for her heavy balls. So it's a good choice. In the area. Oh, great strike.
Yep, and look where she's going. Got the angle to go over towards the respot position. Good strike. Really good drive and respot position. Well, that might offer 2 shots.
2 red.
One great strike there from Ellen. Changes the head totally in her favour now. You'd expect Bex to draw the shot here, however.
Close enough. She's waving at it to try and get the ball back again. I think it'll go again.
Sure she will. She
One
has
green.
2 seconds.
Drive the ball out, get the double. If she gets the jack, there's a deep green ball, but she'll take her chances. It's because it's off centre on the respot. This makes this drive a little bit more difficult.
She started it under her body, really. She was always underneath it.
Anything on that side of the jack wasn't good for her. Won the game.
One shot, Rebecca Field.
Set score 3-2 after 4 ends.
Another interesting question coming in, Andy, for you. What is your favourite format? Singles, pairs, triples or fours at this stage in your career?
Well, I would say singles is probably, I would say, my least favourite, despite obviously having reasonable success. So I do prefer the pairs game. I think I probably prefer team games, actually.
Jack length 28 metres.
Quite enjoyed playing pairs with many good partners. But I think currently probably my pairs game. I do enjoy that. Obviously internationals would play fours, but I think we'll go for the pairs.
Yes, I would be the same. More interested in the team games now. Like yourself, Andy, singles for a long time was part of our lives,
yes,
and still is for you.
Yeah.
But I still prefer the team games now. Well, there's been some good balls played in this match already.
Yeah, exciting stuff, but I think Rebecca has just settled it now.
Certainly playing better draw shots.
Your ball, 18 inches. Gap on the shot ball, 3 inches.
to come off, nothing jack high.
Here we see the third delivery coming in. Just a perfect ball, really, on the top of the jack.
3 green.
No target for Ellen here. It'll just be the draw.
Well, that just trying to develop a shoulder to come off with her last ball. Probably suggest that she'll be doing well just to get the third shot here.
Yeah, I think she will be happy with only 2 down after this delivery. Still running.
Yeah. Well, her last ball really is going to have to be a saver. We're going to see what Rebecca does here, because if she goes anywhere near it, she'll leave a shoulder, and it might be worth just going on the deep side to the 3 red in case Ellen decides to have a go at it.
Yeah, good call, David. I think it's... Well, she's not broadening the head. Anything behind is good. Sticking to the forehand. Probably suggests she's trying to draw another.
If she does that, the only thing she has to be very careful about is making it back to centre rink. Nothing jack high.
That's good. That's okay. That's past the jack. So that's
Past the jack, but it's a rest to come off for third shot. Another 4 or 5 inches of weight, and that would have carried on to centre line and be line 4.
well, Ellen needs a good ball here. 3 balls just gone 2 feet through. Just needs a slight adjustment. I think she was asking the umpire there, Alan Thornhill, to move out the way a little bit, but I think she's heavy again.
Yeah, that's the weight. The line was perfect. 4 balls grouped all together, but it's not good. Well, if that's 4, that's a soft 4, really.
Looks like 4.
I think what Ellen would be more annoyed about than anything else is the lack of adjustment.
Yes, basically
4
4
shots,
identical
Rebecca
balls,
Field.
all 2 feet through the head, but she didn't adjust with any ball. And all of a sudden, Rebecca Field
Set score
has got a
3-6
drawing
after
going.
5 ends.
She's looking good here. Slightly different length here. Not quite sure if
Jack
Rebecca
length,
meant it
26
this
and a half
length or not.
metres.
Slightly shorter than she previous end in this direction. Looks like any length from Rebecca at the moment. Good bowler.
And Thornhill moving in to put the spray chalk onto the ball, indicating that is a toucher. Gets hit into the ditch, will stays there. Otherwise, anything going into the ditch at the end of the rinks will be taken away. Once again, Bex is in on the jag of the first 2 deliveries.
Ellen appears to have lost her weight a little bit at the moment.
This changeover from the semi-final, I thought with Rebecca and Clinedy, it wasn't the best game in terms of the consistency, and I think Rebecca's moved up a gear or 2.
Certainly has. I mean, she started off first couple of ends, you could tell she was a little bit nervous, but she really has settled into a good groove here, putting pressure on Ellen with every delivery. Ellen needs to settle, get a good ball in
Shot
here.
bowl, gap is 5 inches.
Just putting the ball up there.
1 red.
Well, Rebecca could be positive here. 2 or 3 seconds. I think she is. Well, she's high, but she's got chances. Needed a better connection with that last ball.
Good to see she was prepared to play it though.
Yeah, I think she played the right shot. Played it on the high side because she knew there was balls to use, but got the wrong angle. It's not a great opportunity, but there's a little gap here for Ellen to score 2.
Interesting choice.
The red ball on the right hand side of the screen. She's obviously just hoping to miss that ball, but I don't think she's running.
No, it's a very conservative effort.
1 shot, Ellen Faulkner.
Well, of course, it is different with the 11 ends, and you can judge your comeback
Set
a little
score,
bit better. You don't have to
4-6
go
after
chasing the
6
shots
ends.
as much.
I'd agree. Obviously, Ellen started the better, but Rebecca's came back into it strongly. So you're right. Both players will be settled now, but I think Ellen just needs to get that drawing a little bit better at the moment, or Rebecca will run away with this set.
See if that jack holds on. Only just.
Jack then 29.5
Smile
metres.
there. Yes, that was just a little bit too close. Question asked about why don't the men play against the women? I think that's referring to the singles because of the mixed pairs, but the Open Professional Singles is there for men and women to qualify in, and ladies have done that before. We've seen Julie Forrest play here, Carol Ashby, and others.
Exactly. I mean, as you could see by the standard of the women's bowls at the moment, they could certainly compete with the men.
Yes, it's just they haven't managed to qualify for a while, that's all. But it is open. And there's only a few women that entered the Professional Bowl Association qualifiers. We certainly like, I think the sport would like to see a lot more women enter those. I think it's good competition. And the men, let's be diplomatic, say the men are more than a little bit worried about playing against the women.
Yes, it doesn't go down well on the CV to say you've lost by a woman, but it's you're right. They could certainly play, and I think it improves their game as well. Really, you know, when they're playing in these open tournaments, and men and the women.
Absolutely, everybody benefits.
One red.
This is going to be a bit of a problem for Rebecca.
Certainly not easy to get to
Last
it.
bowl 15 inches short of jack high. One.
Well, now she's probably going to have to use a little bit of weight here on the backhand side. Too high with that one. Well, weight was okay.
Barnhill just been asked to move across again. He's just in front of the rink marker, which Ellen uses to judge her line. A lot of players do that.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many. I mean, I know David Gourley does. A lot of players are just happy to gauge their line from their body position often. But, well, that may be a reasonable bowl that for Ellen.
Yeah, that's not a bad bowl actually, but it's whether there's 2 seconds or 1. So if there's 2 seconds, Rebecca can afford to play through this. There's a lot of people are what we call natural sighters. They look down the line of where they want to go, and some people use the centre peg actually to judge it.
Yes, they do. I mean, the great David Bryant, he used to go beyond the rink and look for markers beyond the rink, but everybody gauges it with their own method. Well, Rebecca, what you like here?
Close for this. Turn it twice. It was always coming on to the jack, Andy. I think you had to get that to the ball rather than the jack.
You see Rebecca's final delivery. Moving the jack, unfortunately,
Ellen
still
Faulkner.
red, but that was a good attempt.
Set score 5-6 after 7 ends.
It's really getting very interesting now. 7 ends. Only 1 shot between them. Bearing in mind that Rebecca Field scored that big 4. Ellen Faulkner's won 4 ends.
This jack's close again to the ditch.
Jack length 29 metres.
Well, there's a question come through from Twitter asking where's John Price, and that's from Martin. Well, John's been a regular in the com box as well, but he was playing here and lost, but now he's got this new job with Bowls Scotland as a performance coach and manager of Bowls Scotland, so he's no longer involved. Likes to, we really would like to have been, but unfortunately his duties are not allowing for that. Too many meetings.
Yes, I think he has. We miss you down here, John. And hopefully you're well and getting that good Scottish team into shape.
Shot bowl is 6 inches short of jack high. Your bowl 20 inches.
Well, it was a shot and it was going to be difficult to move it with that sort of weight.
Good position ball from Rebecca.
1 green.
I think Ellen's probably forced now onto the forehand side, isn't she? Either that or play with weight, so it's an option.
Yes, it's just a little bit far away for the weight shot. You know, at Bowls, probably about 10 inches short. She would have to get it absolutely plumb in the middle. Either side of it, it'll wing it away and she'll be 2 down. It's not a time to start losing multiples.
Yeah, just a draw.
Well, even if she set up a position for herself, although she is close for this. Now, leave the jack and get the ball. Oh, it's dropped away. Stayed upright. I think that had a good chance.
Very good chance. Unlucky. A great attempt.
1 green.
See Ellen's third delivery. The rest the winner, unfortunately, falls away. So Beck's still lying the 1.
couple of options here for Ellen.
She's good, David, at the see that plant. The plant is perfect, obviously, for taking the ball, or it's just a draw. It's one or the other, really. Here again, it's
the two choices. It's a hard draw shot, though. I think the only reason she didn't go for the runner, Andy, was the front red ball onto the jack. She had no position at the back.
Yeah, she knows she's vulnerable there. I think that's why she's making sure that this one is up.
Now needs the jack nice and clean with this.
Oh dear.
No, unlucky. Well, if she had dropped off the ball, it was the shot. It may still be just a one.
One green.
Just a one. She'll be happy with that in a way. She thought she'd probably be losing two. Final delivery. Moves the jack. Good try.
Just getting caught on the ball was the problem. Hit the jack solid, need to hit a quarter ball inside.
Timeout called. Rebecca has 4 timeouts remaining.
That's Rebecca's dad there in the background.
Ian. Hoping his daughter, yes. Nice smile there.
Well, he's got the boys with him, the local lads. Oh, he's a small renter crowd he's brought in from Norwich.
Supporting his girl. Well, any movement on the jack here? 2 or 3. Just a bit wide. Good weight.
Had to be careful. Had to be very careful, in fact.
One shot,
Just a
Rebecca
one.
Field.
Set score 5-7 after 8 ends. Jack length 27.5 meters.
Sent that one up with a mark already on it.
Two perfect balls.
Yes, 3 inches short of jack high.
Oh, that's another useful one. Better than useful.
Very useful. She falls in.
Thought she was just going to sit to the side of it. But,
One red.
Smile from Rebecca. I think she knows she's playing well, and that eases the tension.
Next last
and the
bowl is 2
pressure.
inches past jack high.
Rebecca
Gap
and Klein
is
last
2.5.
night were really fighting a little bit with the rink, and they were deep in concentration.
Yes, it got a little bit scrappy towards the end, but well, this is a difficult head for Ellen. She really can't do much with this. She's almost having to go for cover and defend the shot.
That's why she's just trying to drop around her own ball. Again, it's a useful ball. It's hard to believe that even at this stage she's very vulnerable with that ball going out or the jack being turned.
Yeah, Rebecca's basically got all the play here.
Oh, she's gone chasing the inside line, Andy.
She won't hold up then.
No, definitely not. Big swinging balls. And didn't have the set of bowls for Rebecca in the size and the pool bowls that quite often players go to, so there was a set sent up to her, but changed colour. The manufacturer actually agreed to make a set and get them sent up.
Yeah, good for them. Well, once again, Ellen just staying away from it.
Oh, well, tell you what, she's a bit closer than what I think she wanted to be.
Well, oh.
No, that's set up the angle now, and there's a very good shot on here. In fact, if anything, Andy, that's really helped.
Yeah, it's a poor bowl from Ellen. I don't think she wanted it there. This gives Rebecca a big chance here to use the last bowl.
She can force it through a bit if she wants and stun off the bowl, or be a little bit wider and come off the edge. A lot closer this time.
She's very close, and she might be using Ellen's bowl.
Yep, there's the stun, and there's the jack.
Exactly.
It's 1 degree, it could have been a lot worse.
Let's see. Rebecca playing with about 4 or 5 feet away, uses the bowl, moves the jack. Certainly lies 1, I think.
If she had played that and got the bowl, and then the jack.
Yes.
Could have been 3. Looks like 1 to green.
Timeout call.
Ellen be on the timeout, and well, there are
Ellen has
shots
4
available.
timeouts remaining.
Lots of danger here.
I think she can afford to play through this, Ellen. I don't see a lot of danger.
I think what she's looking at is getting into the red bowl, Andy, because, you know, if she does that and gets into the jack, she can extend it down into this position. The only danger I see for her is coming off at some sort of an angle on the red and her bottom red bowl disappearing, but it looks completely hidden to me.
Yeah, I can't see her getting a bad result by hitting this target. It's all in her favour. Basically just hit the target, and I think she'll score here. Famous last words.
Well, backhand split would be bad, but we'll see. Yep, going for it. Let's see what sort of result. The front bowl's the perfect result.
Oh, she must get a result.
Yep, that was it. And it looked good. And she's going to turnover 4 shots. What a brilliant turnover. Well, we knew it was possible. And it's exactly what happened.
Absolutely perfect for that. That's what I thought. Just couldn't see it going wrong for her.
4 shots, Ellen Faulkner.
That's a big turnaround now.
She's been very accurate with her driving in this event.
Set score 9-7.
Very
after
good
9
shot
ends.
player. Oh, it's a massive count at that stage. You know, 9th end is always critical.
Oh, yes, especially when she was 2 down, 1 down on the head, looking to probably struggle to win this set. However, the 4 gives her a big chance of winning it.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Well, all of a sudden, Ellen's gone favourite now.
To get 1 or 2
the
here
last bowl.
into the last end.
12 inches.
Either 1 behind or level.
Yeah, after the disappointment of the last end, that's a good opening delivery from Rebecca. She would have been stunned slightly.
That's the adjustment. Might just hold up for the shot.
might slightly favour your bowl, Ellen. It's close.
Wow, she's left herself just a little bit open here.
Yes, chance for Rebecca to, well, I think they're very uncertain as to who's lying, but there's at least 14 inches you would think to draw the shot. This looks like the winner coming in.
She gets to the front of the jack, Andy could make 3.
Yes, she can.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, absolutely perfect.
Well, that was created by Helen's last ball, was just short. And Rebecca will be absolutely delighted with that. There's no way of getting out of this on a running ball.
Well, here we see Rebecca's third delivery. Touches the jack, scores 3. Perfect ball. Yeah, she was happy with that.
Timeout called. Ellen has 3 timeouts remaining.
Well, no running ball here on for Ellen. It's just really a backhand draw.
Yes, but a lot of pressure on it. She's a good, strong bias ball, so push it out, give it a chance to get back. It's a long jack length, but if she draws the shot, it almost guarantees her the set. But if she misses, well, she's in all sorts of trouble going into the last end.
Yeah. Big ball. Backhand draw.
No, it's all about getting back with good weight. Doesn't want to be too heavy, but she's in with a chance here. Doesn't want the gap. Ball first. Oh, great ball there. Back for the shot. Oh, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant ball. Under pressure, and it looks like the shot to us.
Certainly the shot.
1 red.
That's just a great ball, really.
Well, but it is, Andy. I thought just when she was going through the gap, wanted the ball first.
Rebecca has 3 timeouts remaining.
And then she got the drop back. Rebecca will be down in the forehand. She's got a chance to turn the ball out and still make the 3 or 4. Well, this is a hard shot with the yard, Andy. It might be worth going stronger.
Yeah, I think she's got to go stronger.
Yep, she is. Oh, the body language tells you it's not right.
Well, there's balls to come in, so she's not finished yet.
Oh, she knew that out of the hand, that it wasn't on the right line. Was hoping for a bit of luck. Oh, that's a great ball by Ellen, though.
Well, 2 last ball deliveries from Ellen. Previous end and this end. Put a strong favourite now for the set.
Set score 10-7 after 10 ends.
You're dicing. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that one had gone.
Yeah. Jack length 28.5
metres.
metres.
Scoot over the top of the carpet, and very, very quickly. A lot of players have been getting caught out with that.
Well, the margin for error is obviously greater than a normal game. I mean, this is a 3 metre, so you'd expect the players to be able to throw it full length. I mean, we're used to playing with a 2 metre tee. This is now a 3 metre tee on the portable, so no excuses really.
Yes, it was moved to the 3 metre tee to allow the respots to go into better positions. So whenever they were introduced, they moved from a 2 metre to a 3 metre. Years ago, of course, it used to be just 6 feet.
Yes.
But, for those that were brought up in a metric world, sorry, meters.
after Ellen's opening delivery. She doesn't need to build this head up. Yep, that's a good ball.
Almost like all the weight's been taken off her that last ball.
Yeah, 2 big last balls.
It's a cover ball going in on the respot. It's just approaching it now. That's very good. That's very good. You can see that respot from the mat. Just have to guess where it is. Remarkable how the players can get that close sometimes.
Yes, very good. Well, Bex, what will you get back?
I think she'll get back okay. It's just where the jack's going to go. Well, it's one, but the chances of picking up a 3 now become quite difficult.
Yeah, Ellen's not studying this head for too long. She knows it's going to be difficult for Bex, but there we see the head. Not a 3 group together, so this is going to be difficult for Bex. I think Ellen won't be short with this one. Anything behind will be good.
Well, this has got the pace on it. She's all the way up to the jack, it'll be good, but even dropping short is a useful ball. One of those times when a short ball is very handy to you. A lot depends who's lying third here, Andy.
Well, Bex has not been studying this for too long. I think it's just probably almost a hit and hope here on the forehand.
There is a shot if she gets through the gap of the 2 front red ones to punch the red ball out, to stay in for 3. But I don't know who's lying third shot. Well, that's what she's going for.
Hit the target and hope a number of red balls move out.
See if she makes the gap onto the green. Oh, too much weight.
Oh,
The movement of the jack was critical there. And if she hit the red ball, if she hadn't hit the red ball, I have a feeling that would have run off. Oh, I think it's only the 2.
2 shots, Rebecca Field. First set to Ellen Faulkner.
Ellen was smiling. And there had to be a reason. What a great effort, though.
very good effort from Rebecca. Both girls smiling. They're enjoying this.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Players are always looking for those opportunities, aren't they, Andy, where you can actually get into a head and create something. That was a great effort by Rebecca to split the balls through, but we just had a little bit of movement on the jack, took it away.
Yeah, Rebecca Field really unlucky there. I thought she'd actually managed to score 3 or 4, but it was Ellen Faulkner who just hung on. Rebecca was slightly disappointed she lost that opening set. She drew slightly better than Ellen, but
2 inches past jack high.
Ellen played the big balls, basically.
Well, the big conversion shot for the 4, that was the one really in that set. That was the critical ball. The 4 that Rebecca picked up, Ellen had an off end, just everything a metre or so through.
I think We did predict that at the start, that Ellen would be the one who would play the more aggressive, the more attacking shots, and that's the way it's panned out at the moment. Long way to go here yet, though.
Just the one.
Yes, it's just going to go away towards the end of its travel. There it goes. Nice weight for the job.
One green.
Only just missed the line. It's not easy out there, and you know, I keep telling people that when you're getting good balls in the head, you have to be a good player to do that on the portable rink.
Yes, it's very demanding. The rink plays well, however, there is added pressure, obviously, with being on television and big crowds. Both girls playing a good standard.
Yes, certainly a lot more consistent in this than has been in some of the matches. But the women's generally have been of a very high standard this year. Ellen's got a little chance here if she wants to take the risk. The trouble is she can't afford to be tight.
I think she was looking at the shot clock there. I think she rushed that delivery.
There's plenty of those available. You know, that was an opportunity to turn the ball or turn the jack, and you know, the timeouts are there to be used. And normally she's very measured in her play. Ellen, that's what always impresses me about her. She's got that ability to think things through. But I think she realised that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think the shot clock was down to about 4 or 5 seconds there, so I think that's why there was a rushed action with Ellen. Chance for Rebecca here to score a double. Oh, finds the gap.
One shot, Rebecca Field.
Good final. Big crowd. Always enjoy the women's final here at Potter's Leisure Resort.
Not many seats there, David.
Nope.
Or spare seats, shall we say.
It's the one place where everybody wants to be able to enjoy the bowls and you get a good view.
And 26 metres.
A lot of the players go out into the auditorium to watch as well. Seen you sitting on the back rows there a few times, Andy.
Yes, I like to get myself tucked out the way.
We find you. After the adrenaline rush of the first set, first 2 or 3 ends in particular of the second set, both players just want to settle into the match again. This is good correction. I don't mind swapping over a couple of singles, but I certainly do not want to lose counts.
One green. The gap is 1 inch. Last ball, 3 feet.
Textbook delivery that, David, wasn't it? Nice backswing, nice follow through.
Yes, everything's right about it. It's getting that follow through is the key to it as well, and isn't it just follow the line with the hand?
Exactly. Really excellent action from Rebecca Field. Nice follow through from Ellen as well there.
Two green.
That one dropping a bit short, but a chance to make the correction with the last ball. By then, it should be 3 against her.
Ball, that may come in useful.
Can't
Two green.
imagine Ellen driving at this though. I think it's just a draw. A foot on her last ball will give her second.
Looking at, yeah, she's certainly 2 down.
Well, there's no drive shot available really.
Don't know if she likes this backhand in this direction. She hasn't played many good drawing balls in it.
Oh, that's narrow looking.
Yeah, I don't think she's picked a line here.
Yes, her previous ball was good. Just had to follow that with an extra foot or so, and well, just missed the line. It's uncompromising in that situation. That backhand, if you miss the line, you're going to go away very
Two shots,
quickly.
Rebecca Field.
Good start for Rebecca though. 3-0 up after 2 ends.
Set score 0-3 after 2 ends.
I've been asked a question on Twitter about how the markers and umpires judge the distance. Well, you see all those white dots there, they're all a metre apart. At the minimum one set at 23. So as they walk up
Jack length
the side of the
27.5
rink,
metres.
they can calculate exactly where that is in relation to the mat. It makes for a quicker game because they can set the jack in line. Good start.
After this set there, after the disappointment of the final ends of the first set, she's composed herself, drawing well.
Last bowl, 14 inches short of jack high.
14 inches, still feels confident of drawing round the opening ball from Ellen.
Be inside the ball. Well, that's okay. That's fine. We do everything in metres now, Andy, but of course bowlers are used to working in inches and feet and yards, aren't they?
Yes, I think our terminology for when we're trying to tell our partners or opponents is that it's all in feet and inches. I think that's the way we've been brought up, really. But I guess the school children now, it's all in metric, isn't it? So.
Oh, it is, but it was changed many years ago because so many other countries in the world were already metric. So it was voted to go to the metric distances. That's the reason behind it.
I think if we were telling some of our players they're 10 centimetres short, they would be asking, what is that?
Wouldn't have a clue. No, that wouldn't work. You say 4 inches, they know exactly where they are.
Correct, they do.
Well, a missed chance to come behind the head with Rebecca's ball. Be interesting to see what Ellen decides here, because it's going to be very difficult to draw this shot.
I think she'll be positive on the backhand. Looks a good backhand shot.
It's just inside the line, but force a through ball, or force the ball through a bit of weight. Yep, here it comes.
Playing the right shot here. Just wants to move the ball, not the jack.
Yep, got it.
Perfect.
Oh, she's always going to get her own, I think. but she was prepared to take that risk. It's just whether the front red one is counting.
Here we see Ellen's ball right on the target. Takes the shot, unfortunately removes her own.
If she'd have hit it full,
red.
there might have been a slight touch in the jack, but her own balls would have been in a perfect position for that. Good running ball.
Yep, she played it well. 4-hand draw for Rebecca. Just promote her own ball. I think it's close for shot. Just gone through that yard. I don't think we've been indicated. Is it one red here, David? Is it?
Well, it's showing one red. Oh, I think it is just.
Yes, I think so.
Just, and just hearing a few confirmations that I think it's red one.
Well, this ball needs to stop to count for Ellen. Looks to be slightly up.
It's too far through. Yep, one to red.
One shot, Ellen Faulkner.
Well, Ellen needed that. Didn't want Rebecca
Set
to get
score,
any further
1-3
ahead. Although
after
it's a
3
long
ends.
set, 11 ends, you still don't want your opponent to get 4, 5, 6 in front. Keep in touch.
Well, Ellen's resisting any temptation to change this length. It's always going on the tee, and I just feel as though she's actually getting a little bit outdrawn in this direction. So I thought she might have changed this a little bit, David.
Yes, I think you're probably right. She's got, both players have strong bias balls, so they could go short with the jack. It's just who's prepared to take the risk first.
I just feel that Rebecca's getting in first in this direction. So once again, this is 2 feet, and I would expect Rebecca then to beat that. So I think that's the right tactic here for Ellen.
Chance for Ellen. Slight adjustment, line and weight.
One red.
Well, Ellen, pop another one in. You're in a strong position.
Front toucher here, perfect ball. Don't think she's got the running.
No, and that's going to offer Rebecca an opportunity as well now to reach up to the bowler jack. She's got the back position. Certainly can afford to play a reaching draw, as we call it.
Yeah, a couple of chances. Rest the ball, trail the jack. However, it's got a tendency to hold out there if you tend to play with that weight, so it teases us into playing the shot, but it's still difficult to manufacture
Last
sometimes,
ball,
isn't it?
3 feet.
Really have to use the mat, Andy, a lot there. Be right on the outside edge and go from the outside in,
Yes,
as we would say.
Yeah, hope to get the flatter line, but well, still a chance for Ellen to draw another.
Well, this certainly looks better. Needs to break back. It's not bad. Not bad.
2 red.
She certainly won't be shot with this one.
Yep, it's in, but the 2 balls will disappear. be inclined to play this with a bit of weight, Andy, because there's 2 chances. Jack is good as well.
Yeah, Ellen's last ball just makes it a bigger target. So yeah, more positive inside the line. Oh, she's thrown it high again.
This has to have perfect weight.
Never get back.
No. I think I would have been a bit stronger at that.
Definitely.
2 shots, Ellen
Choice
Faulkner.
of shots there, really, from Rebecca. 5th balls. To the perfect ball. Unfortunately, that's not available on this rink at this time.
Set score 3-3 after
Ellen gets
4
back
ends.
to tying the set.
Magnificent arena to play bowls. See where the Jack's going this time. Looks fairly safe, but once again coming up towards the tee.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
28.5 metres. Well, it's just 1 short of a full length. And a lot of players, of course, Andy, will use their own bowls. There are pull bowls available, which are of the correct colour and different manufacturers and weights and grips and various other things. But a lot of players do use their own. It's just most of them coming through don't have a red and green set.
No, obviously the current top 16 players have all got their own reds and greens, so it's not a problem for them. But obviously anybody qualifying, it's a problem. But as you say, there are all the manufacturers' bowls are here, so come and choose them, practice with them, see what suits you best.
Good start. Nicky Brett
2 inches
arrived
past
with
Jack
7 different sets in the back of his car.
Your bowl, 2.5 feet.
Yeah, different sizes, different biases. He can't make his mind up. He's terrible. He'll be having a go at me shortly when he sees me.
He has a shocker for it, though.
Maybe that's why he's world #1.
This is the follow-up ball to the really good first one. It needs to get past.
That's closer than what I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be under, I have to say, but it's still about 18 inches short.
It's forcing Ellen to play the forehand side. Played a few good balls down this side, Ellen.
Just might have to start thinking about leading off it. Good effort.
Second ball, happy with that.
Hasn't been getting to the Jack on the backhand, so sometimes you just have to start thinking, put my lead ball on the 4, see how it goes.
On green.
Well, nothing on except a draw.
Yeah, forehand draw here for Ellen. Similar to her previous delivery. I don't think she's here. No. Not really a shot here for Rebecca, it's just a draw.
But a safe one, Andy.
Yes, it is a safe one. No danger. Nice draw on the forehand side. Hopefully she could pick a 2 up. Close.
Yes, just needs to stop.
Falls in, yes, I think that counts.
Could be. Ooh, that is close.
It's a tight one.
Very, very tight indeed.
I would say so, but if you want to take umpire.
A measure.
I think that's very sensible. Mike Davies will sort this out. Large calibers.
1 green and a measure.
Very simple instrument, but incredibly accurate. Love things like that. Love tools generally. Andy, I'm a great man for trying different things out. And
2 shots, Rebecca Field.
2 shots. Very accurate. Good steady hand required when you're holding the name, David.
yes.
Set score 3-5 after 5 ends.
My tool shed at home, just full of all sorts of weird and wonderful things that I've bought over the years or inherited from my father.
Jack net 27.5 metres.
It's the trouble when you see a bookcase or something, Andy, and my wife says, you could make that.
Yes, not for me really. I'm not a great DIY man.
Well, that looks like a terrible ball, but I'll be truthful with you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's just a reaction in the crowd there. They're not used to that, but you probably missed the line by about a bowl, that's all, by about 4 or 5 inches. And you just get absolutely hammered on that forehand.
Certainly do. It's punishing hand.
Yes, it's the margins of error when you're looking down the tight line are very, very small. But when you've got a big swinging ball, you have to have faith in it.
I'm sure there'll be correction here from Rebecca. It's a sign of a good player, really. Just ignore the bad balls. Get back on the mat, start all over again. That's what she's done. Well played.
Thinking to herself, I actually just pushed it out a little bit wider. And look where it finished. Trying hard with this one. Good stuff. Lovely correction.
2 inches short of Jack high. 1 red.
2 inches short. That may force her onto the backhand. Just a draw.
Just needs to keep the weight to hold this up. Very close to it.
Oh, she's good. Great ball. Great ball.
We've got a lovely view of that from our commentary position. You can see that ball going down on
1
the
red
perfect
and a measure.
line.
1 red and a measure.
Yeah, let's see.
Green,
Rebecca's
sorry.
third delivery. Pushes the ball out, moves the jack, lies 2.
Alan just said there 1 red in the measure and corrected very quickly. 1 green in the measure.
Well, Ellen playing the backhand draw. Don't think she's drawn many good shots on this backhand.
No. But she's putting it into a good position. And Rebecca must think about this. Back ball would be very useful.
Oh, no doubt about that. I would think the spot is probably a good spot here, the re-spot.
Well, we'll know by the line she takes.
Yeah, she's certainly not on the re-spot line.
No, but she's pushed it out. Just needs to beat her own ball. Yep, there it comes. Oh, well, got a bit close to it. But be happy enough with that.
It's the deepest ball. I think if Ellen kills this head, she'll score. So I think Ellen will be positive here.
Yeah. Good weight shot. Down on the backhand.
You could almost play this on any hand. I think Ellen slightly favours her forehand side for the heavy balls. She's going to play this heavy on the forehand.
Very close to the jack.
Oh!
I don't know what to say sometimes, yeah, because she was on target, but just got the perfect edge.
One shot,
Edge
Ellen
to her own
Faulkner.
red ball. I agree, David. She was in the area, however, she just gets a slightly fortunate nick
Set
of the
score
jack.
4-5
to her own
after
red
6
ball.
ends.
And took her own red one out at the back, so if it had gone through, it would have been one to Rebecca. Well, it's fractions, isn't it?
Certainly is. I mean, Ellen Faulkner has certainly been playing the big balls, and that was once again another big ball. She was set to go further down in the set, so she's hanging in with the big balls.
Jack length 26.5 metres.
Well, there's the first real change now, 26.5 metres. It's going to happen sometime, and I think it's a good idea. Ellen's been losing the battle coming in this direction, the longer jack lengths, and well, she's dropped this one short.
Yeah, I think it's a good tactic. Yes, Rebecca appears to be just getting closer with the opening deliveries. I think this is shaking Rebecca as well, so both opening balls not very good.
Three feet.
Well, we have people viewing this final all around the world. Stuart in Norway, tuning in.
I know you like to speak many languages. I just wonder if you know if you could have replied to him in Norwegian.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Contacts all around the world. Stuart Gray will be back for the summer season, he's saying, at Thornton Bowling Club. I hope we have a summer to enjoy.
Once again to the forehand side. There's the perfect ball.
One red.
Yes, he's losing that battle quite often in the first two, but the recovery balls have been excellent.
Yeah, she's recovering well. This just needs to bend quickly. Great weight, just high.
Lots of timeouts available, but for some reason Ellen's not bothering much.
She's rushed the occasional delivery, final delivery, but she's got plenty of time here, about 10 seconds.
Target ball, the green one, just beyond the jack. Misses that, it's good. Oh, unlucky. Thought that was going to be even better.
Once again, it just sticks a little bit there. The players think it's good and just doesn't quite come back. Well, this is just a backhand draw here for Rebecca. This looks close.
Certainly a lot better. Needs the jack and it's going to be very close to it. Absolutely perfect.
One shot, Rebecca Field.
Set score 4-6 after 7 ends.
Rebecca's final delivery. Needed the jack. Falls back, but still scores, yes. Pump fist for that one. Big shot, Rebecca.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
That's not a good one. Doesn't matter if it drops in for second or not. It's a very good bowl there, because that's exactly where Ellen will be trying to bring the jack.
Just the one green. Front bow.
Ellen just asking what was the nearest green ball, but just a similar ball to her opening delivery. Only went through just that 14-15 inches. Just a draw.
He's got a chance with this one. Just needs to arrive now. Oh yes, doesn't want to drop back. A bit of a delayed response there from the crowd as I waited to find out what happened.
One red. Jack Bell, Jack high.
Here we see Helen's second delivery. Catches the jack, but the crowd were anticipating falling on the jack, and it didn't move. Good head of balls. Are you running, Rebecca? Don't think you are.
More the weight than anything. So the inside line wasn't a particular problem, because she could turn her own ball over. Helen has to be a little bit careful here. I think if that ball drops, the jack's going to go to green.
I think it is, but
So, I just wonder, will she play the backhand and play safe, or be very brave on the forehand?
difficult one. I think she'll be brave on the forehand, I think. I'd agree with you, David. Moves her own red ball. She's probably going to go shot down. Yeah, she's right. She's staying away from it. Down to 4 seconds, Ellen. That was 2 seconds.
I'll tell you what, she's having a good go with this one.
It's not counting, but that's a good ball.
Very handy there.
One red.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls. My goodness me, all within a foot. 3 of them within 6 inches. That's good stuff.
Good standard. Well, Ellen, I think I'd be taking one here. Don't think there looks to be.
She's tempted with it because the movement of the jack is the problem. That's where the danger is there, and if any touch on that jack is going to move and probably end up over in.
One shot,
Yeah, she's
Ellen
there at
Faulkner.
the end.
Well,
Quite
that's
right.
very sensible. Thought she might. It's a match where single shots are so important.
Yeah, she didn't
Set
want to go
score
3 shots down,
5-6
but
after 8
reduced the
ends.
deficit to 1, so she keeps in the game.
Got to bear in mind, of course, that Ellen Faulkner can afford to draw the set. Rebecca has to win it by at least one clear shot.
Jack length 26.5 meters.
Well, this way continues to be a bit of a problem for Ellen with her first bowl. I'm just thinking, anyway, it's a bit late in the game now to start changing, but a few ends ago, I thought she should maybe think about the forehand.
Yeah, she's been forced onto the forehand side, like now. She's played the better balls. I think the pattern tends to repeat here. It's often Rebecca in first, and then Ellen retrieves. But it's about who scores the shot at the end of the day. Now, once again, change of hand for Ellen and then a good ball.
That's what she would have been looking for with her first one.
As you say, David, sometimes awkward to change near the end of a game. I feel as though it's a bit of a gamble.
One great.
And 9. Player behind really wants to score on this end, force the opponent to chase the match the last 2. And that's exactly what Rebecca would have to do if she loses the shot here. Oh, it's just going very quick, needs the jack. Got it.
She's got it, but I think she's still down.
Just not enough.
One great.
Once again, playing this forehand well. Ellen Faulkner, but Rebecca coming to have a look at this. Don't think she's going to like what she sees.
Timeout called. Rebecca has 2 timeouts remaining.
Well, the difficulty for Rebecca is if she tries to play into the forehand, she has to be very careful of the jack. But if she plays the backhand and gets into this sort of area here, you know, it's got to be useful if she gets in there.
Yeah, I agree, David. That's a good call. I think that's where I would be. She's got to be behind the head. She'll be expecting Ellen to attack this head, so she's got to be through. Yeah, that's a good ball.
That's maybe just a little bit further than what she wanted, but played the right sort of shot. I think she was trying to get the other side of the red ball.
Ellen's played this runner on the backhand good throughout the game. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what she plays here, backhand runner.
Yeah, it's a percentage shot. There's all sorts of things to come off there. Just depends on how much weight she uses.
Quite a bit.
Going strong. Will it hold? He's calling it to hold. Oh, it almost looked like it was going to hit the back one. She was just on the wrong side.
Wasn't far away.
Oh, it was a great effort. A really good effort.
There we go, Ellen's ball. Always on the underside. Clips the shot ball. Doesn't take it out though.
Yeah, when they stun like that, all the momentum goes through the ball onto the other ball. And it's actually offered Rebecca an opportunity, a much safer opportunity for a second shot.
She could be braver with this one. No danger really in giving it away. Just lacking the pace.
Well, can't blame her.
One shot, Rebecca field.
And it's a real chase for home now, and well, Ellen really needs to win this end. The next end at
Set
end
score
10.
5-7 after 9 ends. Jack length 25.5 meters.
Well, it's a very tight set here, isn't it? 9 ends, 12 shots scored. Not a lot of big scores flying about. Very few opportunities to score trebles or full house of 4.
ball going in.
Correction made. Oh, is it just dropping away?
1 red.
Yeah, that's all just dropped away from the shot. Really good ball. That's what you needed. Side touch it. That shows that the ball has touched the jack. Stays live in the ditch.
Ellen's second delivery. Perfect ball. Jack high toucher. This looks well under.
And that'll go. That's that forehand inside the line. I don't think Ellen wants to
Touch
play
it.
this now.
Yes.
Well, it's quite important actually that she does add another. Puts her in a good position going to the final end.
Yeah, she didn't really want to play the forehand and leave a shoulder, so what she's doing is playing the backhand, trying to come in around the back of the jack. Gives her a little bit of position. Yeah, this is good. And it's a very handy ball. It's not going to be in, but
2 red.
it's going to be a situation where if Rebecca misses this, she might well just decide to have a wee touch of the jack and aim for the 4. But at this moment, Andy, I would suggest you'd be very happy with 2.
Yes, Rebecca probably 1 or 2 down. Probably doesn't make much difference here going into the final end, but she would not want to drop a 3.
She adjusted the line, but unfortunately put a little bit of weight on. Now, this is an interesting situation here because the forehand, if you touch the outside of the red ball, the jack's going to go closer to the green. But the backhand, she was very close to adding another. And one more gives her a little bit of space in the last end. She can afford to lose a single.
She's playing the backhand. She's certainly playing the safer side, but the danger for Ellen is that I don't think she's played many good ones on this side. That was important to add another. I don't think she's added with this.
It's too heavy. The line is perfect. Yep.
Well,
2 shots. Ellen Faulkner.
It's a one-end shootout for the second set to win the trophy and the title. Or force a tie-break.
yes, I think Rebecca.
Set score
end there, she got away
7-7
with
after
that.
10 ends. Jack length 26.5 meters.
Well, this has been a wonderful game between Ellen Faulkner and Rebecca Field. Ellen took the first set, 10 shots to 9. Second set, perfectly poised, going into the last end at 7-all. And this end's going to be interesting in terms of its tactics. Certainly not be worrying about scoring 2s and 3s. They just want to win the end. If Ellen wins the end, she takes the title and the trophy. Rebecca wins the end. We're into a 3-end tie-break. 2 good balls. Doesn't really want the jack first. Well, she ran with it. Got a little touch off the ball and the
She was going to slice
One
it
green.
onto Ellen's,
Oh.
but she held on to
1
it,
inch.
so I'd agree, David. This is almost like a tie-break end now. Doesn't really matter who scores.
I think she'll run at this.
I think so. This is not drawable. Well,
Very controlled to try and just rest into her own ball. Miss it, come behind. Well, there's a back ball in. It's always going to be handy.
yeah, I'd agree.
But she will attack.
She's obviously come down to have a look at this. She'll be positive now. Will Ellen? Rebecca really can't go near this.
Cover shot.
Quite rightly, keeping it wide. Anticipating a drive from Ellen. Good ball. I'd expect a forehand runner here.
Well, interesting. She's thinking about this in the backhand. That's maybe because the ball will come across the centre line better. Close to something. Oh, good effort.
It's always high.
Well, I can understand why she played it, but the only thing I don't like about the backhand, Andy, is the green ball will go onto the jack in the ditch.
Correct.
Forehand, better chance of whizzing the ball out clean.
I think it's a case for a player just to pick the hand at the favour, but I think she plays the forehand runner well, Ellen. Slightly surprised there. Again, Bex will be staying away from this. Can't do anything about the head.
Yes, going deep again. I'm just saying to Ellen, if you get this, good on you. Well, I still think the forehand is off centre, Andy. I think it's going to be a better percentage shot to get to there.
100%.
The one thing that I really think is an issue for Ellen playing the backhand is if she gets the ball, that jack is going to whiz all the way over this direction, and there's green balls waiting.
And she loses the shot, and she's that's what I'm saying, she's stronger on the forehand runner. I'd be playing this on the forehand. It looks
Ellen has 2 timeouts
it's
remaining.
off centre, so this is often where the ball holds out on the forehand.
Yep, it's a better shot because of that. Well, plenty of timeouts available. If she gets this absolutely right, it's going to be hard to beat.
Certainly will. If she catches the red ball solid, the green will go out, and it will be a difficult shot here for Rebecca. So, well, pick your hand, Ellen.
Yep.
If you fancy the backhand, you play the backhand, but to me it's 4.
Yep. Well, she's looking at the forehand now. She didn't hear us, of course. That's not possible. But it really is a forehand shot.
She's looking at this.
Very close. Got it.
Got it.
Always think the better shot. He played it to perfection. Didn't get the high side of the ball. Got a solid contact. And the 1-3 on the jack. But she's got the shot back and holds a championship lie.
This is interesting. Is Ellen line 1 or 2?
Timeout called.
Well, we haven't heard anything. Ooh, it's close for the second. If
Beck has 1 timeout remaining.
I would say if Bex is line second shot, she'll drive this out or jack in the ditch.
I think she'll drive it anyway, regardless.
Hard one to draw, Andy.
Very hard. This is a runner as well.
Just depends on how much weight she wants to use. It's a big target in many ways, but his second shot is critical here.
I think it's a forehand runner as well. Same ball as Ellen.
Yep, going for the heavy shot. Now, what's her line like? Oh, it looks if she's under. She's making the gap.
One shot, second set, and the match. Ellen Faulkner.
Wonderful, wonderful game here in the final of the ladies' match play. I have to say, Ellen Faulkner takes it 2 sets to 0, but the big balls on it. She really did play the important ones at the end.
That was the difference between the 2 players. I mean, I think it's fair to say that Rebecca probably played better slightly in the draw shot. However, Ellen, experienced player, played the big shots. Great result for Ellen Faulkner.
Yeah, she's come back well. Had a gap of a few years. Come back very strong in this event and some very tight matches. But 10-9, 8-7. Wonderful final. Right from the start, this was an interesting game. And to Ellen Faulkner was really showing her prowess and could draw so well under pressure. Sneaking between the 2 balls for the shot. And 3. Becca not letting her away with it. Last ball draw. And this was a big ball. Pushed the jack through all the way. 3 down to 4 up. Massive turnaround. And then 10. Ellen. More or less is set against her. And she draws the number 1. And so close, Rebecca. Made the contact. Little touch in the jack. She failed. And Helen again with the drive. A little edge in the jack. What a beautiful draw on the backhand. But this is where the key was for Ellen. Those big balls that she was able to play, those drives. Gets the ball and the run through, touching the jack to her own ball, and Rebecca couldn't recover. And she takes the ladies' world match play. Wonderful final, very little between the two players, and that will be proven on the statistics, I'm sure. But fascinating stuff. Here we go, ends 1, just the 2. Shots total scored again, just that 1 shot extra each set, and nothing between them in terms of touches was 7 and 9. Fantastic game, it really was, but those big shots by Ellen Faulkner, she drew in all of those years of experience to get over the line.
It was indeed a very close final. Rebecca, chat to you first of all. Say it very close, but these fine margins just went the other way today. How did you feel you played?
Yeah, I was pleased overall. I felt I drew well. I put Els under a lot of pressure, and it was the weight of balls that the difference today. Els had a really brave one, I think, in the first set. The conversion for 4. If she had caught the other ball, I probably would have laid 3. So massive turnaround there. But no, she was brilliant. So I can't take it away from her.
She was brilliant, but you have to be proud of your performance as well. You spoke before the match about how comfortable you were this year. In fairness, that's your 3rd final now in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I love coming here. You know, it's always great just to pop down the road to Potters and yeah, it's lovely to be here. And I've got so many people in the crowd. And just sorry I didn't quite do it for you today.
Oh, you don't have nothing to be sorry for. Great effort today, Ellen. Congratulations. It's been 10 years since you last won this title. I hate to say it out loud.
You make me sound old. I'm only 36.
That's how good you are. That's how good you are from so soon. Give us your idea of how you played today, because you seemed to be on it very early on, then Rebecca fought back.
Yeah, I mean, Rebecca played incredibly well, and I think she summed it up perfectly there. She put me under a lot of pressure. It was the conversion bowls which were the difference. But, you know, what a great spectacle of bowls here today, and, you know, I'm just glad that we both performed well in the final.
It was. We have been treated to some wonderful matches. And just give us an idea of how different it is to have to produce your best in a final here in front of a full house at Potters.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation, but I think we both came out with the attitude today around, you know, what will be, and you just go out there to perform your best and try and, you know, give a great game, and I think that we hopefully managed to do that.
You most certainly did. 2 players who have a lot to be proud of, but ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 Ladies Matchplay champion is Ellen Faulkner.
Presentation, and will you please show your appreciation for our presentation party? That is the Chief Executive Officer of World Bowls Tour and also our Tournament Director here, Mr. Richard Madison, along with the Marketing Services for Just Retirement, Anthony Gore. And first, ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation to our runner-up. Your appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, for Rebecca Field. And now to the winner, receiving a Langham Glass Trophy, a cheque and the title of the Just Retirement 2016 Ladies World Matchplay Champion. It's Ellen Faulkner! the 2016 Just Retirement Ladies World Match Play Champion, Ellen Faulkner!
Well, as I said to Ellen, 10 years she's had to wait to get her hands back on the trophy. And David Corkill, who is alongside me, that is something that she will cherish enormously.
Yes, absolutely. You know, when you're waiting that length of time. Ellen has been back here a few times since, but it hasn't gone well for her. And drifted out of things and came back this year and has proven that she's a world-class player.
And once again, we've seen another wonderful matchup between two talented players on the rink here. We expected a tight final, but it was exactly what we expected. But not only that, had the usual drama as well.
Well, you're always going to get that if two players play well. And the big advantage there, Rishi, was that Rebecca played better and more consistent than she did in the semi-final. Having said that, Ellen played the big balls at the right time.
She did. And I suppose that is the one thing which these two players both have. And we saw it from Alex Marshall earlier this week. When the chips are down, the cream rises to the top.
Yes, it does, especially on the weight shots. And that was a critical bit for Ellen Faulkner. She knew when to play them. She played them very, very well. And they're not easy on the portable rink. And that's what got her over the line in the end.
One thing we must talk about is the fall for Ellen Faulkner. I think even Rebecca Field referred to it in her interview after the match, how important a turning point that was.
Well, that was massive for the first set. Without that, she wasn't going to win the first set and would have been chasing the match. And it was a great ball. You know, when you look at this, we knew that it was on. We could see it was on. Ball onto the jack all the way through. She turned a 1, possibly 2 down into a 4-up.
That was a superb moment, obviously, for Ellen. And towards the end of the match, she again delivered her final bowl in the second set.
Yes, absolutely. She's a very accomplished skip at international level, and I've watched her recently in Cyprus do the same thing. She's a very good player on the weight shots, and I just believe that there's always that chance when you're leaving Ellen 2 goes at something.
Yeah. Just give us people at home who are not aware, because obviously Ellen's been successful, as we said, Delhi Commonwealth Games, Glasgow Commonwealth Games, but not here on the blue rink at Potters. Why has she not been here qualifying for these events?
Well, it's circumstances as well. It's whether you go through the qualifying procedure, whether you get the ranking points, all of that comes into it. And she's had her chance a few times and lost in the first match, so it was time to move on. And she got the opportunity this year, but it's proving that, and I think it's that maturity of play. That's the critical bit there, that maturity of number of years playing at the top level.
Okay, Ellen is just standing by. Ellen, come on in with the trophy. How good does it feel to put your hands on that again?
Amazing. I'm absolutely over the moon. I mean, what a game, and I'm just absolutely delighted to have this in my hands right now.
We're going to show you the final bowl of the match, the moment that things were almost sealed. Just give us an idea of what the emotion was like at this point.
Well, I just knew I had to get the bowl clean and not too much jack movement, because Bex quite rightly had covered the back. So when I got this and it only just moved the jack, I was, well, I've given myself a chance, at least I hold the game. But mentally I was preparing to play a tie break, to be honest. So it was sheer relief when managed to hold on.
Corky and I are chatting about the fact that, obviously 10 years, but in the interim, you have had some great success in the Commonwealth Games.
Yes, absolutely. I've been very lucky and privileged to represent England in a number of games and come away with gold medals in 3 out of the 4. So I've been very lucky and playing in lots of other things. Just unfortunately hadn't done that well here at Potters since the final in 07 and then the mixed pairs, I think, in 2012 with Greg. So it's nice to be back and perform well and come away with the trophy.
When you think about the quality of players that we've seen, young players as well, you mentioned, without bringing it up again, you're still in your mid-30s here, Ellen. Bex is in her mid-20s. Catherine Rednall, all these young players. Just give people at home an idea of the strength of the women's game at the moment.
Yeah, it's incredible, to be honest, and the game will only go from strength to strength as a result. So everybody's pushing for their places. There's a lot of talent coming through, and I think it's testament to having a great pathway in place that young players can come in and they can see their way through to playing at the highest level. And I think, that spurs everybody on because they want to have a go at the top stuff.
Corky, you've been standing here or up in the commentary box watching Ellen all week. and he's been assessing it all. He's had nothing but nice things to say about you. So now she's next to you, Corky. Come on, what have you got to say about what she's done?
Well, I'm just glad she didn't have an earpiece in on that last bowl, because she played the third bowl in the backhand, and Andy and I were up in the comedy box saying, move to the forehand, move to the forehand, move to the forehand, because of the opportunities to get the high line. But that's what experience does for you. The vast majority of players would have had another go in the backhand at that, but Ellen had the confidence to move. Jack was off centre. She knew the forehand was probably the better way to go, played it to perfection.
And Ellen, the third time that you've won this trophy, does it change very much? 2005, different 2006, and now 2016. What's the difference?
To be honest, it's probably even more special, because I think as you go through things over the years, you have the highs, you have the lows, and when you have the lows, it makes you appreciate the highs a lot more. So yeah, very, very special and very happy today.
And how will you celebrate tonight, or very soon?
Not sure, but I'm sure there might be the odd wine in the equation.
Corky will be hanging around looking for a spare drink, just to let you know, so as he always does. Congratulations to Ellen Faulkner, the champion here at Potters in 2016. But now we're going to concentrate on the singles competition, and we'll show you what the draw looked like at the start of today. We're at the quarter-final stage. Alex Marshall and Stuart Anderson both came through yesterday. Alex Marshall in a wonderful encounter against Mark Dawes. Robert Paxton was also into the last 8, and Matthew Ory and David Gourlay also in the quarter-finals. But we're concentrating on the match between Greg Harlow and Darren Burnett. Well, Greg Harlow is a former champion. In 2010, he won the title, and of course he represents the city of Ely, who are celebrating the success of Ellen Faulkner in the ladies' competition earlier this afternoon. His opponent, Darren Burnett, has had a wonderful time in the last couple of years. He won the World Singles title in 2014, having previously the same year won the singles gold medal at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. And don't forget, he's already won 2 trophies here this week in the pairs and mixed pairs. And we can hear from Darren now.
Hat-trick is going to be spoken about. It was spoken about last year with Robert Paxton, who'd managed to do the double, you know, and that's great. I don't mind it being spoken about, but it's a long, long way off, and it's not something I'm really even considering at this stage. You know, it's a second round match in the singles. It's a really tough game, so yeah, it's great to be in the position of maybe doing it, but it's not something I'm really thinking about right now. Tournaments went just as I could have hoped. You know, you dream of coming down here and doing well in the pairs and the mixed pairs, and getting a run in the singles, but it doesn't always happen. You know, this year everything's just clicked into place, so far so good. You know, it's always good to come down here and win any of the world titles that are up for grabs, you know, but you know, let's not kid ourselves. You know, they're all separate events, you know, and I think everybody coming down here would focus on the singles as being the primary event. So, you know, it's great to have had a great run in the other ones, but you know, the singles is really the big one. I have played really, really well. You know, I've played well in the past. Have I played as well over so many games? Probably not. You know, this will be my 9th game in the tournament. You know, so it's very difficult to keep that form as high. And now any mistakes are probably going to eliminate me. So the pressure's on. I've got to play the same level to have any chance to get through. I suppose that's going to be the key aspect. You know, can I keep that concentration and the level of performance up there? You know, I really need to now. The matches are so tight that if you drop even 10% of your game, you're going to lose. You know, the players are that good a quality. So I have to remain playing the way I have, and that's going to be the key question. Can I keep that form up? Greg Harlow's obviously the ambassador for the complex here at Potters, you know, so he's firmly in with the brickwork here now, and you know, it's going to be a really, really tough game. Greg's on great form. He won the event in Scotland, so you know, he's probably the one in the ranking list that's rocketed up quite high. So you know, it can't come any tougher than that. But, you know, my form's good, and you know, if I can continue playing the way I am, then I'm going to give Andy a good game.
So Darren stands on the brink of an unprecedented treble here. Robert Paxton's come close, Paul Foster's come close, Alex Marshall's won 2 out of 3. All those players have won 2 out of the 3 titles they're eligible for. What chance has Darren Burnett got of doing what they haven't?
Well, all the pieces are in place. He's been playing a lot of competition over the last few days. He's really in the groove, and Greg's had to wait a week from his last match, where he's been putting a practice in.
Yeah.
But of course, practice is different from match play.
Well, we'll find out just who will come out on top in this last 16 match. Darren Burnett and Greg Harlow, 2 very, very good players about to roll it up on the blue ring. So let's hand over to our MC, Richard Baird, to introduce the players.
Thank you very much, Rishi. Well, first to one of the game's most naturally gifted players, 3 times an International Open and former World Indoor Singles Champion, it's Potter's very own Greg Harlow. And it's always a pleasure to welcome this popular man from Scotland, the recently crowned World Indoor Pairs and World Indoor Mixed Pairs Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Darren Burnett!
Don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us, then send us your tweets, hashtag BBC Bowls. It makes my teaching to David Corkill over the last 48 hours all worthwhile. He now knows how to use Twitter. Alongside him, Andy Thompson for this afternoon's match.
You're a very harsh man, Rishi. I learned about trending last year. He even supplied me with one of these wonderful tablets and said, "Do you know how to use one?" Well, I do. I've got one at home.
Jack length 24 metres.
Greg immediately bringing the mat up, and he'll be very focused in this match, Andy, because he hasn't played for a while. He's played a lot, actually, but he hasn't had a match practice.
I agree 100%, David. Darren Burnett, certainly match fit, shall we say, if that's the term to use actually here. But Greg, he won't be rusty. He's had a lot of practice. This could be really a classic. Both players are good. Both players playing well.
Now, of course, Greg coming off great success a few months ago.
Yeah, success in the Scottish Open.
One red.
Well, there we see the mat up the green. Greg Harlow, one of the few players who tends to take the jack on the opening end, and I'm sure if he won the toss, he would have taken it. Play to your favourite length.
He's very much up for this game, Greg. He feels that this could be a good year for him, but he's been a little bit unlucky in some ways because Darren's had a very good run.
Yes, he's basically he's playing the man in form, isn't he, really? Yeah. I think that's the bottom line. But Greg, I think reasonable success against Darren just recently, I believe.
Not sure if that's just made the difference.
Well, I've seen throughout the week how good Darren is at the running balls, but don't think we'll see one here. Just a little bit too dangerous. Doesn't want to take his own ball out. Sticking to the draw. Close here. Just run through.
It was a good effort, but there's also security in it as well, because Greg might have been tempted with the ball, but he is line one. So it'll be a conservative draw, I would imagine.
Greg going deep.
Well, he's been very conservative by going round the back. He must think Darren will have a pop. Now the 3 balls will go by the angle.
Well, This is such a wide head. There's no way Darren would actually miss hitting this, but it's just the reaction he actually gets with the follow through.
Yeah, what he's looking at is possibility of getting that, and then it will go on to the other green ball, and that will disappear. Red ball on the jack will also take it out there, so that back green one becomes very valuable.
Well, he's playing a running ball as opposed to...
Oh, that'll go very quick. Unless he's lucky to get his own ball in.
Oh, he's been... Well, I thought he'd been very lucky, but he hasn't.
He's been very unlucky by the looks of it.
2 shots, Greg Harlow.
Give an extra shot away.
Jack length 24 metres.
And once again, the mat well up for Greg. It's the best way to guarantee a short jack length. A bit of a game plan here.
Yes, Greg has got a tendency to actually bring the mat up the green. I don't think it'll be a surprise to Darren, however. I know that in the previous games he's actually played Darren at Darren's favourite long length, so good tactician Greg, knows what he's doing here.
Greg, of course, works here at Potter's Resort, so he's going to have a lot of home support.
Clear run wins it. Yes, shot ball.
100.
Very good at coming around short balls.
Your front go, the gap
He's
is
got that
16
confidence.
inches.
Greg's never frightened to play the running ball, but this just looks like a draw.
Jack's just on double red, but it's a very good second ball.
Second always looked to be
One red.
slightly underdid Greg. However, he's set up a good target.
Very, very slight gap. Hardly anything. Greg, so the gap is 4 inches.
Darren needs another ball in here. This is very inviting for Greg on the forehand side. Oh, great ball from Darren. Absolutely perfect. Could not have
Two
placed
red.
that any better. Third delivery, front toucher, perfect.
There's no back position for Greg. It's there's a shot on if he hits the front red one on the jack that it might just squeeze out onto the respot position, but it's going to be very hard. He has to play it with a lot of weight.
He's playing the backhand here. I just cannot see how he's going to get the shot in the backhand.
Well, he's only playing that because he doesn't have any back position.
He's always going to be wrecked.
That was a difficult one. It really was, you know. What he might have tried just to play the runner on the forehand to try and take one out, Andy, and
Yes, I thought he might have done.
by playing the backhand, he almost accepted losing a double.
Yes, the backhand was so difficult to draw another. Darren's got to be a little bit careful here. Well, he's gone on the backhand as well. This will be, again, very difficult to add another, but safe. Yeah, the This is not counting.
Two shots, Darren Burnett.
Difficult spare.
Yes, it was.
After a backhand toucher and a forehand
Yes.
toucher, we'll let him
Set
away.
score
Yes, I think so.
2-2 after 2 ends.
You're allowed a few bad ones, Darren. But no, that was good opening couple of ends.
That was great stuff, wasn't it? German Shepherd, isn't that wonderful? They're so well behaved, they really are. Yes, we've
Jack length 28 metres.
a few of our canine friends in over the last week or two, and partially sighted, some folks with the blind dogs, and they do a fantastic job, they really do. They're always welcome here, which is good to see. Man's best friend, eh, Andy?
Certainly is, yeah. As you say, David. Oh, welcome here.
We have a cat at home. I'm only friends whenever I feed it. It can hear, you won't believe it, they can hear my car from 100 yards away before it gets into the driveway. I'm told.
Waiting for you.
Yeah, a wee fur bird jumps up ready at the window to greet me when I come home. She loves her treats.
One red.
I just have a feeling that Greg is very determined in this match, and he knows he's playing well this season, obviously after Scotland in particular, but he just needs to play his way into it.
Yes, playing with confidence.
1 inch short.
Both players leading on the backhand in this direction. That's been rare this week. Darren's close again. It's a better shot.
Safer one. Spray chalk was
Two
all
red.
Lovely development that has been over the years. Spray chalk, especially balls at an angle. Greg wasting no time looking for the two balls.
He's under with this one.
Now he's got the back position though. So again, down to choices here. Does Darren cover the back, Andy, or does he put another one in on the forehand to try and come in around the green ball and hide it away?
Choice, really. I don't know whether how far that ball is off the jack or whether it will plant on, but I think he'll go deep. So I'm going to give Greg the chance of picking up a couple here. Probably forehand deep ball. Well, that's forehand, but is it deep?
Well, he's going for that second option I was talking about, Andy, to try and get behind his own. He's left it short. I think what he was worried about was if Greg takes the two balls out, he could lose three.
Yes.
Whereas if it goes deep, probably only lose the one.
Yeah, he had a better look at the angles than we did from the commentary box, so I think Greg will certainly be attacking.
Yeah, he's going for the two balls. The angle's good for them.
Well, he could take his own out here. Oh, he got it perfect. Absolutely perfect. He needs to stay on.
And he will, but there's one lurking back there. Oh, he didn't look like he was going to stay on. Just dropped in, but you can see the green ball at the bottom of the picture. And that's
One
what
shot,
Darren
Greg
relied
Harlan.
on. And he thought to himself, if I put another one in, and Greg gets it, the most I'll lose is one.
Exactly. Good strike from
Set
Greg.
score 2-3 after 3 ends.
Good tactics as well.
Yes. Well, that's why I thought Darren might have just went deeper.
So many of these occasions you have 1, 2, maybe even 3 options, and it's about picking the right one. And
Track length
that's what the game's
24.5
about, David,
metres.
isn't it? Percentages, knowing which hand gives you the best options. Both attacking players, so I think both of them will be aware of that they'll need position balls often.
not just singles, it's in every aspect, pairs, triples, as fours as well, that you have to be very serious about maximising your percentage shots. And it's a skill in itself. Just playing for 30 years isn't enough, Andy. You have to learn about those things and apply them, especially in pressure situations.
Exactly. It's all about knowing when to play the big shot, when to defend, when to attack.
Another thing that's been quite interesting in this championship is how many of the top players, not even the top players, even the qualifiers coming through, are changing their balls, sometimes between matches, just to suit the timing of the match or the circumstances of the rink.
Yeah, quite common. Obviously players become quite knowledgeable about the carpet, and I think it's fair to say most players have a bit of a bias both than maybe what they normally play, and because of the way the carpet's playing, you need to draw around balls.
Yes, we've seen it before when the rink's been absolutely screaming. Greg going early, looking for the jack.
Close.
Oh, he's got it. And he's going right all the way to the ditch with him. That will almost certainly go on the card. And it's an indication of where Greg is at the moment. He's more than prepared to be aggressive.
Yeah. Neither player here will let things lie.
There's been times when you've arrived here, Andy, and this rink has been playing at 17.5, 18 seconds, and players have gone the other way, looking for a straighter ball.
Correct, David. I mean, it's in the past I've practiced basically in anticipating this green to be very fast. However, I think we're now getting used to coming up here, and the green's a bit slower. However, it's still playing well. But you're right, the speed of the green is not what it was in the past. Chance for Greg to put a good second ball in.
There's Greg playing that short jack length so he can play those running balls. He's going to pop this one in. It's a good second as well. I don't think Darren will even be thinking about the number one shot.
Too green.
That's just too close in the ditch. David Gurley.
But
I don't think that's music at all.
Just under 3 feet.
I think he's checking his share options.
Last bow. Your last bow?
I really do.
Yeah, just under 3 feet.
Certainly has them in his ears quite a bit.
He's waiting to see what the markets are doing in Japan or something. Right, Darren. Can you just drop in for second? Needs to clear all the stuff to do that. Under the line, his weight maybe wouldn't have been too bad because he hit that ball a good metre.
Two shots, Greg Harlow.
Greg Harlow will continue with this mat up. I think he realises that if Darren's going to get close, I'm going to ditch a lot of jacks or turn balls.
And 4 ends.
It's 2 ends in a row. I don't know if you remember, Andy, but Greg Harlow did this a few years ago in Wales. And he did this against Paul Foster every time.
Track length 24.5 metres.
Greg was attacking and attacking. Even with the first ball on occasions, he was getting right into it and ran away a good winner on that occasion. But Paul was drawing close balls, but Greg was very, very aggressive. It was great tactics. Absolutely brilliant tactics.
Yes, it's a good skill to have. If your opponent is putting close balls in, as you say, Paul Foster did on that day, Greg was just aggressive. Had to change the tactics to play running balls all the time and was striking all the time.
1 red. 4.5 inches. One red.
Well, this is going to be an interesting challenge for Darren Burnett. Looks under with this one.
I don't think this will hold up.
Because he will have, well, more than worked out. Only worked out from the first end that this is what Greg's going to do.
I don't think Greg will be attacking here. It's just a draw.
Yeah, well, he can draw things off, and there's no problem with that. He's very good at it. There's another one going in around the back, though. He's making sure. Yes, he just wants to put Darren off a little bit on the draw so that he can get his draw game in. Well,
that's blocked to draw line, possibly, hasn't it? So
it has, but it's a long way away from where he wanted to be.
It certainly is.
It's a bit more of a concern for him. I wonder, will Greg just take a risk on this one? It's not great for him, though.
No, it's not.
It really isn't.
Target.
He's down the forehand. Can't blame him on that. It just didn't look very appetizing.
No, it didn't. I think he's just trying to find a gap here.
If he finds a gap, he'll be close to the jack for 2. Oh, anything past, and he was good.
1 red.
Well, Greg's final ball here, trying to find the gap. Finds the gap, just needs 6 inches more of weight. Good try. Darren just needs to reach with this ball. I think he's lacking pace.
Yeah, I think he'd be happy to get away with one.
Yeah, I think he will.
1
3
shot,
short
Darren
balls
Burnett.
there.
I guess for where this jack will be ending up.
Set score
Predicted
3-5 after 5
29.5
ends.
metre length jack.
With the mat right back.
Yes. I could put the graphics up now, I think, David.
Darren's certainly on the. He's put the mat down. Right on the tee. And where's the jack going, Andy?
I don't know, he's let me down here.
There's the mat's right up on the tee
Track
there.
length 29 metres.
29. Half a metre.
Yes.
He's let you down by
Yes,
half a metre.
yeah, I know. He's always letting me down, Dan. 29. What's going on?
We're back to second round of the World Singles, which goes back to 9 ends of the first 2 sets, with 3-end tiebreak. Finals are 11, of course, but the 9 ends all of a sudden seems very short after the 11.
Yeah, before you know it, it's coming to the crucial end of the end of the set. So, been good balls so far. Both players just dropping a little bit short here.
Well, understandable. And we'll adjust for the next.
Well, this has still got a lot of running to do.
Well, there's a correction made, but only by a foot when he really needed 3.
2 feet.
Lots of room for Greg if he wants to come around it.
1 down.
Yeah, it's not in the way. It may look on the way to Greg on the mat, but it's forced him onto the forehand side. Comfortable playing this side. Knows there's a good draw.
Yes, and it's quite remarkable. Indeed, a lot of players have been playing the backhand, but when they've moved to the forehand, they've played good balls on it.
On green. 3 inches short.
Here's Greg's second ball. Changes to the 4, draws the close ball. Again, we're seeing Darren change as well. Good attempt here.
On green.
I expect Greg to follow this one. Just drop onto the red ball, drop inside, make the double. Oh, he's got the single. Getting in his own. It's very, very good.
That's excellent.
2 green.
Greg Harlow playing well. Final delivery. Rests his own ball.
Third.
Falls in. Gets a touch up.
Your back ball.
I think Darren's asking if
Front
he
one's
has
fourth.
2/3.
Yes, I think he has. And he might be tempted with this just to try and squeeze into the ball and jack.
Tell you what, this is not easy. He's playing the runner.
Yeah. The hard shot. Has he pushed it out wide?
I think he has.
Close. Just looked a little bit wide out of the hand. Not much. Connection with the jack would have been perfect, but this will be a good opportunity for Greg. 3 here. Give himself a bit of gap going into the last 3 ends. And fully expect him to make this.
Well, Darren Burnett's favourite length, but he didn't really get 2 close balls in. And a big chance for Greg to have a good opening to this set. Expect this to be number 3.
He's not going to make that mistake. Dropping short. Got a perfect ball. Now he's got that lovely little gap
3
of 5
shots, Greg
shots.
Harlow.
Set score 3-8 after 6
7.
ends.
Number 7 end coming up, and really Darren Burnett needs to score here. If he loses this end, the set's over.
I'd agree, David. 8-3. That's a nice little cushion for Greg at the moment. Once again, stick to his tactic. Mat up the green. Jack on the tee.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
Darren not quite as accurate as he has been in the previous games. Plenty time though.
Well, Greg, very much aware of the position he's in. Keep things nice and close. Dropping another one in. Yep, that's good. He'll be very happy with that.
One
It's
red.
not the shot, but just wants to be close to the jack and stop Darren from scoring a multiple.
Darren pushing this ball up. In fact, he's turned his back on this already.
Well, this is where he's giving Greg Harlow 2 opportunities now, and you just can't do that.
Greg sticking to the draw. Looks tempting on the forehand, but happy on this side. Happy that he could draw the shot here.
I fully expect him to.
Perfect.
You just can't do that. Can't leave them too many opportunities, and we're so close to the last. Greg's very good
one
at
green.
repeating the balls. Darren will be arriving into this, I'm sure. Just making sure that he's got the weight to turn the jack round the corner. Bit of work to do on the bend.
Not bad. That was well played.
Oh, yes. That's tremendous. So we want to be a second ball. You see Stuart Anderson watching on.
1 red.
Scotland top on there.
Can't imagine being any other country, Andy, could you? From Auchinleck
No.
Club in Ayrshire.
Cheering his Scottish colleague. Well, yeah, there we see Greg looking at this head. There's a good chance here on the forehand, reaching through. Good back position.
There's a problem
Timeout
with
call.
it, Andy, and that problem is
Greg
with the
has
weight he
4
has to
timeouts remaining.
use. That jack is going to go whizzing past the green ball unless it locks on it. And if it goes past, the toucher will probably go with it, or at least even at an angle and into the ditch. He could lose 2. Whereas it's going to be very, very hard for Darren to score any more than 1 if it's left the way it is.
Yes, in an ideal world you'd be playing this just with 4 feet of weight, but Greg's aware that you can't. So he's playing the backhand. Can't see him actually getting a shot here on the backhand.
I can understand why he's doing it.
He's just trying to keep this tight.
Yep. He's going to tell you what, he's having a good go at it.
Yeah, I think he was always going to do that.
Well, it's dropped away, and I wonder if his own ball stayed up enough. Would be a tremendous result. Gained a single out of this.
Well, Greg's final delivery, to me, it was always going to go out, and the jack was always going to move back. However, the ball's moved back in, so we're not sure actually who's lying.
Timeout called.
Oh, backhand. I think it's just a backhand draw here for Darren. Any movement on the jack is worth a couple.
Very close to it. Oh, very close. Now, we're not sure who's lying shot, but Greg will have a good look. I have a feeling it's just... It's close.
Very.
I couldn't walk away from that. The green ball is probably touching his closest one, so they'll take those 2 out, but the other one might need a little bit of propping up first. Yep, they're not even. Well, he's asking for the measure on that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't think the second ball is in. I think it's a measure for shot, I think.
Measure for shot.
Okay, Greg's wife.
Dan Blewett will sort out this measure. Our umpire for this match. Firmly established now in the World Bowls Tour officials team. Very calm. Dan, he's an excellent umpire.
As all the umpires are. Do a great job here.
1 shot, Darren Burnett.
That's what we thought as well. So that was important for Darren. Gives him still a bit of a chance. It's still an uphill challenge to score 4 shots in the next 2 ends. Greg's running balls have really paid a benefit, but he's drawn well too in this set. Been good value for it.
Yeah, Greg deserves the lead. 8-4 up. He's been the steadier of the 2 players.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
He's back on the full length now. 29.5. He's added that half a metre.
Darren Burnett, with some companies, was 10-1 yesterday to win the championship after winning 2 titles. That's pretty good going.
Yes, good odds. But, we're also aware that he had said, a hard draw. I mean, the winner of this faces the prospect of facing Nicky Brett or Les Gillett in the next round. So
yep. And that's not easy.
That's very difficult, whoever wins that one tonight. So that's why I think bottom section of this draw is tough.
Yes, it's just the way it's turned out. Les, a very good competitor, and of course Nicky, the world #1. So difficult little section this. It's always interesting when you're asked the question, isn't it, Andy? And I look at the draw and say you can't be serious to pick a winner out of that 4.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I knew when they all won, I thought, whoa, it's going to be difficult to see who comes through it, and that's why probably Darren's odds of 10 to 1 are a reflection on that. Just the toughness of having to, you know, beat Greg and then possibly having to beat Nicky or Les.
1 green.
Well, that's unusual for Darren to be short with 2 balls on his own jack.
Yes,
he doesn't bother here.
They're both 18 inches short of jack high.
The problems for Darren here, really not getting close enough with the opening 2 balls, especially on his favourite length.
Still available for the draw around the short bowls, but just needs to shave his own. Here it comes.
Needs to stop. Calls in, he scores.
Yep.
1 red.
Yep, indeed. Still favour Greg to draw it.
Yes, no change for Greg. Still the forehand draw. Take a yard off his previous delivery. Something wrong with this one.
He's just onto the line, I think. He's worried about the red one. Well, if he'd have made it inside that, he had his own ball to tap down, and that would have made the shot.
Well, Darren's shaking his head because he knows it's hard now to score another. And he feels as though he needs at least a double here to have a chance.
It looks like the draw, Andy. You know, there's no reason why Darren shouldn't be thinking about the draw on the forehand. You know, it's
Timeout call.
You can take a wide
Darren
line.
has 3 timeouts remaining.
There's no reason why he can't come in on the high line and just try and drop in that way, hide behind the red ball.
Well, the way his foot was positioned, he was looking to do a gamble and try to remove the 2 green balls. So,
oh, that's a well. He can draw a 2 here. 2 in the last end isn't bad.
no, he feels as though I just don't think he's happy trying to draw another on the forehand.
Well, the other option is to play the forehand and punch out the nearest green ball for 3. He's got his own ball to turn over then.
Yeah, that looks a better option, I think. If you're slightly high, you might just push your own in. So
yeah, but at least he's got a percentage opportunity there.
I agree. I think he's playing the draw.
He's playing the draw when he angled the ball out that far. But he has to arrive. He must push at this.
He's not here.
Yeah. Well, Greg's got a shot now for the set. He wasn't far away with the last one.
Greg will make sure that he doesn't give another away here. That's the only problem for Greg on the forehand side.
I don't think he'll worry, Andy. Good weight. If you've got good weight on a outside line, you've got a great chance coming in. Here it comes. He misses the red one. He's going to get the shot. Yep. That's the percentage for hitting, coming inside, going outside, as long as he gets some sort of contact. First set gone.
1 shot in the first set to Greg Harlow.
Jack length 24 metres.
Well, the hat-trick of titles is starting to look a bit less possible now, and after losing that first set. But it's not just losing the set, it's the manner in which he lost it.
Yes, I'd agree. I think obviously in this direction, I think Darren has played quite well. However, coming back to us, shall we say, in the commentary box, he's just not actually got close enough balls, and Greg has certainly been the better player. Good again. Questions here all the time.
Indicated.
Yes, and when Darren is
One
getting in,
green.
he's bringing out the big gun, and it's working. At the moment, he's making this look very, very good. It's somewhat easy, and it's not easy against Darren Burnett. It never is.
Good try. Oh, great try.
Oh yes, he's opened it up. Give himself a look at it.
One green.
And you might have noticed that Mike Davies just waited till the red ball was up before marking the toucher. Normally you do it right away, but Darren's so quick that you would disturb his delivery if you go in sometimes, and you have to leave it. Pick it up afterwards, just in case anyone's reading the rule book and wants to contact us about that. Don't need to. Thank you very much.
You've answered. You've answered the question before it appears.
Yes.
Quite right. Well, chance here for Darren. Quite a good head for him.
Still going to take a very good ball to get there. This looks under.
He's got chances if he runs.
Doesn't really want to hit the green ball in, no, because that would have locked in behind the jack. Better where it is.
Well, Greg needs another ball in the head here.
Oh, again, that green ball's been rocked. Well, still there for Darren, but it's just a gentle shot. Ball out would be the perfect result, but that's going to be very difficult.
I think it's difficult to get the ball out. Darren's best chance here, I think, is to trail the jack. Could end up with a double. Again, difficult shot. He'll get back.
Extra weight on it.
Always on the high side.
Once you put the extra weight, it's not going to work.
One shot, Greg Harlow.
And Greg's wasting no time, indicating one shot, moving on. He's a man in a hurry here.
Yes, well, he feels he's in charge of the game, and I think he is. He's dominating most ends. Darren's not really had an opportunity to score big.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
Back to traditional short one. Mat up the green. We still call it green, of course. Mat up the rink. It's indoors on the carpet. It's too many years, Andy. That's why we're calling it the green and then changing to the blue carpet.
The gap is 7 inches.
So it's yeah, just a term that we use.
Short
Yes,
jack length,
one red.
that's interesting. Greg Harlow's
It's
only
about
gone
inch
in
and
the
a
mix
half
there,
past.
but on the full length, which is really what Darren's been looking for, he's winning all of the ends.
Yes, I think it's.
It throws the pattern out a little bit, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I think it does a little bit. However, I think when Greg has played Darren in his last 2 games, Greg has actually gone for Darren's lane, so I'm not surprised at that.
Well, our statisticians are all over this, they really are.
We have hundreds of people here employed to sort of give us the correct figures here, David.
Yep, they're like little gremlins in the dark, working away like crazy.
Giving us all this data.
Good to have, Andy. Saves me burning the midnight oil.
Yes.
Don't worry, Russell. We'll make sure you get a chicken nugget tonight.
Oh, Greg, are you running?
Good ball.
Yes, he is. Very solid.
One green.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's very solid play, and at times it's been spectacular, but I think Greg's doing the simple things right.
Yeah, it's just changing the hand, drawing the shot, and just really not giving Darren opportunities here.
Have you got the weight to carry it, Darren?
No, he doesn't.
No. You see, just under the weight, and all of a sudden he's deep in trouble again. There's almost no shot, and more than likely Greg will move on to the backhand now.
Well, Darren's not coming to have a look at this, but we've got a perfect view of this head, and there's a great plant on for Darren.
There is a good plant on, that's why Greg will play the backhand. He'll probably come down and have a little look at it. Plenty of timeouts.
Yeah, well, he should do.
No, that hasn't changed.
Oh, wow.
It's made it a bit more solid.
I think it's made it wider, actually, David. I think there's a good chance here for Darren now.
Well, what you're looking at
Yes.
there, Andy, is that bowl, and that will go out there. Now, the only thing is, I reckon that the green bowl might just lock on this. That's the only thing that could happen. If not, it'll go through and disappear. But the angles look like it might just come off the green one.
He's got a good chance here. Hit the target. He's got a chance of getting a good result here.
Yep.
Oh, he was unlucky with the follow through.
Well, yes, but it did lock in the bowl.
It did. You were right. Good call.
The angle looked like it might lock, and he might have come out with one.
It's one to Greg.
Now, Greg's on the mat already. He's got the mat in his hand. You know, he's
One shot, Greg Harlow.
he's pushing through on the pace as well. He's dictating the speed of the game.
Yes, he is.
Set score 0-2 after 2 ends.
It was a good hit, but the
Yeah.
angle just looked like Greg's ball was going to hang about.
See, you called it correctly. You got the 2 balls, but unfortunately one of them stayed in.
Jack length 25 metres.
Well, when the first shot clock was brought in, Andy, 2 or 3 years ago, Greg struggled with it for the first year, but then he adapted his game. And he's one of the best at working the shot clock now.
Yes, he does. I mean, often he may follow his second ball up, but he's certainly back on the head to play his third ball.
That's the thing, he's put a lot of thought into it, as others have done.
Yeah, I'd agree, David. I think most players have adapted to it quite well.
Your bowl is 3 feet.
Decision when it first
Darren's
came
bowl
out,
is 2 foot short of jack
like
high.
everything, we've got to adapt. We've got to change.
Yeah, certainly doesn't help me at times either, because to be very quick in putting in the graphics. But yeah, it's there.
Yeah, we have a few slow players in our sport, but changes. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, Greg, that's your worst 2 opening balls of the game, really.
This is close. Here it comes. Oh, I thought that was better. I really thought that was better. And obviously the guys are falling short here. It's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we've talked about the carpet, and perhaps it's, well, Greg's coming up here. I think he's just trying to calm himself down, I think.
Yeah, I think he is. He's got plenty of timeouts and he's going to use them, because I would say if you went down and asked Greg, did you think you were close with those 2? He'll say, yep, I honestly did.
That's slightly confused him, so
Timeout
I think he's looking to see, he prefers
Greg
the
has 3
backhand.
timeouts remaining.
Can he get around the backhand balls and draw another?
Well, he can't possibly be thinking of anything else, surely.
2 red.
2 red, but they are at least a metre short.
Once he gets past his own ball, you know, he's almost guaranteed. Forehand's the same if he gets past the red ones. I can't imagine he's going to go for anything else.
No,
Yeah.
just a draw.
Yep, this looks good. Made the correction. And that's a very good lesson for anyone watching. And you're going to play the sport and take your time, go up, have a look.
1 green.
Quite right. Perfect ball, change to the forehand. Draws the perfect shot.
Well, you can do that with after the second ball, of course, on the shot clock. But generally, you know, the officials don't allow anybody up after the second ball. Darren will go for this.
Certainly will. Jack in the ditch, ball out.
The plant is good if he gets the plant as well. You've got to check. Didn't go beside it, so it is beatable.
A good strike from Darren.
His turn to be aggressive.
Obviously, there's about 5 feet, 6 feet to draw the shot here.
You'd favour Greg to get within a couple of feet of the ditch.
I'm sure he will. Good enough.
1 green.
Should be. Yep, 1 green, very quick call. So it's well in. Gives Darren a good sighter to come past it.
There's a good 3 feet here. You expect Darren to draw the winner here.
Certainly wide enough on the line. It's all about the weight now. Does he have the weight to get past the green one?
Holy shot.
That's not good. That's not like him at all.
1 shot, Greg Harlow.
And Greg would have been accepting he was going to lose a single there.
So we'd have expected Darren to
Set
hit at
score
least
0-3
3
after 3
at least to draw the shot.
At the moment, Darren's well under his normal performance that he's been showing in this event, both in singles and both pairs. Still time, 6 hands to go in the second set. He just has to dig deep, try and scratch out a win, force the tie break.
Yeah, 6 inches short of jack high.
6 inches short, probably still worth playing it.
Things,
Had it been a foot short, it wouldn't have been. This is on the edge.
This is very...
Yeah, there it goes. Bye-bye. 3-4 feet tight. He probably just missed the line by a few inches.
Greg's got his tactics worked out perfectly here. Really is dominating this game with the mat up the green. Putting close balls in every end.
2 green.
Well, that's the thing, Andy. You normally don't go in with a game plan, but you know, on this occasion, it looks very like Greg did that with bringing the mat up on the first end, and he hasn't wavered from that tactic. Just needs a bit of help to get back.
Yeah, I've got second with that.
Last ball is 10 inches short of jack high.
This looks good here from Greg. Touches the jack, it's perfect. Oh, that's great.
He's doing everything right at the moment. Coming with Jackson, he needs to draw in good solid balls.
3 green.
Playing the weight shots. He's all over this match.
Oh yeah, totally dominant. And once again, Darren's 3 down, and it's awkward head as well. Nothing's sitting easy for him.
It's a hard draw, so he might just decide to come into it.
Could be positive anyway.
Well, this really is a tough one.
Oh dear, this is a hard weight.
Oh, Darren. It's not like you. He knows how hard that is. I just wonder, will Greg go on the forehand to cover those balls?
Certainly will. I don't think Greg will go near the head now.
3-0 up, line 3.
That's good enough.
Shake the head with Darren. He's certainly angled to go wide. Yep, that's the cover ball coming in, trying to split the reds. Might just be able to get to the respot at the same time. Yep, that's good. Be very happy with that. Maybe another foot or so.
I'd agree, David. Another foot. I mean, there is a chance for Darren to pick a 2 or a 3 up here if he catches everything good.
Oh, yeah. Well, that ball just dropped
Darren,
down.
the outside bowl is just fallen over.
Well, in some respects, that might just help him, actually. It might give him the angle to come on the 2 balls out and then run through onto the green.
He's got to play more positive weight. The last weight was, well, just running at it. This is a better weight. More chances here.
Yep. I thought he might get the split and then it would bring him through to the green ball, but the green stayed in. I think that needed to be even heavier.
Hit the target.
1 shot, Greg Harlan.
Far away. I think he should have played that with his 3rd ball.
Still 4 singles. Still got time to pull those back.
Set score 0-4
Not
after
losing
4
the
ends.
multiples. You just think Darren can move up a gear or 2.
Yes, it's just...
Jack length
Just
24.5
who's
metres.
really basically dominated the game right from the start. Playing the better balls, asking all the questions of Darren.
On green.
one of the rare occasions when Darren's had an open opportunity to draw in for a double.
Just the one.
Then he turns the jack and falls back, and it's only the one. Dear me. Greg's still there for the draw, though. Darren just has to find his form in a couple of ends to get back into the set. Oh, he was playing brilliant bowls this week. Oh, good enough shot in the forehand. Yep. Just asking the guys to move away from the corner marker. That's all, just so he can take his line from it. Oh, you're giving it a chance, Darren. Dropping a bit short here.
Shot again.
Oh, that's... Well, you know, not only drawing for two, but trying to turn the jack as well. That's very unlike Darren.
Well, I'm afraid it's like sport, isn't it? That, you know, he's full of confidence coming into the game, playing great balls. He'll be mystified as well. What's gone wrong with my form today? I agree, David. There's plenty of time. Not just needs one good end. Sure, in the pairs or the mixed pairs, this Darren Burnett would just go down on the mat and draw another shot here.
Not only that, he would have drawn another shot and turned the jack at the same time for three.
Exactly, yes.
He was playing that well, but it's all a bit more of a struggle for some reason. Maybe the rink's changed a little bit. Don't know, but they've been putting the time in, so he knows what to expect. This is better.
Jack moving for three.
Yep, that's what he wanted. Well, there you go. That's what he was doing earlier in the week, and he's just done it again. So that might be a bit of a lift for him. Should be. Yep, makes it three.
Shots. 3 shots, Darren Burnett.
That's more like Darren.
Set score 3-4 after 5 ends. Jack length 29.5 metres.
Two inches. One red. Four inches.
Well, this is more like Darren. That last end maybe just giving him that bit of confidence.
Yeah, it's like somebody's throwing a switch.
Two red.
That's the way I was playing. Greg's having a look at this one.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Ball first. Once you get the ball first, you're going to drop in, but it's just whether you hang on to the shot or not.
One red.
Oh, he's just moved it across the front one. So, but you see Greg was very good there. See this ball coming in. Here it comes. Just wanted to miss the jack. Gets the jack, but he followed the ball up, Andy. Had a good look at the head along with Darren. Went back with Darren, so he hasn't used any extra time.
Exactly.
You know, easy.
In fact, he could have stayed down at the head,
Yep.
but he decided to go back with Darren.
It hasn't worked out. There's no doubt about that. It's clever stuff, and it's good.
Well, Darren knew that he couldn't go near the head, so staying away from it. Well, Greg needs perfect draw here. Move the jack an inch. Needs to hold up. Good effort. That's made it harder for Greg.
It has indeed, although Greg has got a good back ball, so any contact with that,
How many
that
times?
should be...
3.
Or sorry, he doesn't have a good back ball. Sorry, it's Darren has a good back ball, so any touch on it will offer Darren up an opportunity. I just draw to this. You know, it's...
I think Darren should still keep away from this. Can't really go near it. Can't afford to give the shot away.
No, just no.
Timeout called. Darren has 2 timeouts remaining.
Hold the timeout.
Yeah, the thing about this is, if Darren does push it into the back ball to try and, you know, on the edge to try and make a double out of it, that's just not worth that. He'll bring it out in the open, and Greg will just nail it.
Well, can't play this positive, surely not.
Just leave it. Leave it and force Greg to play the draw.
Correct.
You know, anything a foot or two behind is going to be good. He's already got the deep position. Well, sure, Andy, he's going very close, but I think he's got enough weight. Okay, yep, there it goes.
That's a better ball.
Just wanted to be in between his own back one on the green. And Greg will just try and draw this off. Or a little touch on it to spring the jack about 6 inches. Oh, I tell you what, he's given this a go.
He doesn't want to push this too much.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh,
yeah,
great ball.
Yeah. Just wanted to move it a foot. 6 inches to a foot was enough. Might have made a double out of this. 1 out.
I think it's only 1. However,
1 shot, Greg Harlow.
And Darren really couldn't protect that.
No, he couldn't.
Set score 3-5 after 6
Here we see Greg's last ball. Moving the jack to his own ball. Super ball.
Jack length 25 metres.
Well, those are the shots, Andy, are so important. Those turnaround shots from 1 down to 1 up. You know, suddenly, instead of being level, he's now got that little double shot cushion.
Yeah, still got the cushion.
And more importantly for him, he's back to his favourite jack length.
I think he's actually increased it by about 1 metre.
Just very slightly, only 1/4 of an inch past.
He's brought the mark quite so far up the green.
I agree with you. He's probably about 2 metres shorter on the mat. So, slight adjustment.
Yeah, I think a couple of times in the last couple of ends in this direction, Greg just didn't quite find the road, so I think it's a good tactic. Just moved it slightly back.
One green.
Do you run at this, Darren, or keep the draw?
Yours, the gap is 8 inches. 4 inches.
He's undecided.
Well, that's because of the gaps, isn't it, Andy? They're just a little bit more than what he would ideally like.
He's going for it. He won't be far away.
Well, he can wing his own out. That was the problem. That's why he was undecided, because of the gaps involved. If that ball had been an inch or 2 inches closer, it would have made all the difference in the world to that shot.
Yes, he would have planted the Greg's ball out. Now he's in a bit of trouble.
Well, if he loses this end, it'll be a really tough job to win the set. This really doesn't get any better for Greg.
I'm interested to see where this Greg's ball finishes.
I think he was trying to play middle rink there. I think he was trying to get that blocker in.
Well, Darren has no balls on the green. However, it still wouldn't surprise me here to see Darren attacking this.
Yeah, I think he'll go again. He knows he can't afford to lose the shot.
It's quite a wide target. He's under.
Well, that's a lot better for him. That gives him a real good look for his last ball. Toucher in the ditch. That stays live. The red ball lurking over to the side. 2 green at the moment. But that won't matter. The question now is, do you play the narrow side or do you play across it?
I think I'll go on the high side here. I think this will be trying to get as close as he can. This is going to be a 1-ball shootout, really.
Yeah.
Certainly high data, Greg.
The advantage Greg has is that there's no way Darren will drive this. He has to draw. It's just picking out which side he wishes to do it with. You know, the forehand you're always coming into the jack. The backhand you're bringing the jack towards the green ball. That's to make your mind up which way you want to play it.
Yeah, looks like a backhand draw. This is a big ball in the context of this game, really. I feel as though he needs to score here, Darren.
Well, this is massive. Doesn't want the jack. He wants to miss the jack and stay up. Oh. Well, he was on the wrong side of the jack. That was the problem, Andy. He was always on the inside.
1 shot, Greg Harlow.
He was always pushing the jack as well towards Greg
Sets
if
for
he had
3-6
made
after 7
contact.
ends.
This is looking awfully good now for a 2-0.
Similar to the first set, David. I think Darren needed to almost score 2 doubles. But you're right, Greg scores 1 here. He's through to the quarters. I don't think we could deny Greg has been the better
Attack
player.
length 25 metres.
Well, one really good ball from Greg, and Darren will be in a heap of trouble. Must score realistically at 2 on this end to give himself a real chance. Well, 15 ends we've played, and Darren's only won 4. But Greg's been picking him up in singles.
Your ball
Tempting
is
for Greg.
18 inches short of jack high.
Yes, his normal play here would be to be aggressive to this.
I don't think I'd be too aggressive here.
Doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I think he's just playing a forehand, just reaching.
Yep. Just a matter of missing the ball. Well, the thin edge put him off the line, but probably would have been very close to coming right in behind the jack.
Clear run, he was good there, Greg.
Yeah. Turned his back on it.
He's turned his back, but he's still running.
Oh, he knows he's not up though.
One red.
Well, Greg can afford to play a little bit more to it this time.
Well, Jack in the ditch for the game almost here now.
Oh, wow. Not sure he'll play with all of that weight, but he'll certainly be playing inside his own short ball. Well, he is going for it. Likes the forehand runners.
He's under.
He's taking his own ball out as well, but still got the other one sitting. You know, he was never going to be any more than one down after that.
However, he's given Darren a chance to score 2 or 3 here.
Well, this needs to be good. I never read too much into the way Darren reacts after a ball goes away, because he's often close. He's coming through with that. Well, it's okay.
It's okay. I don't think that's where he didn't want it there. It's 4 feet through, really. That was really meant to draw the shot. Oh, Greg, you don't need to run at this head.
Well, it has to be a draw, surely, Andy. He can get past his own ball. He was very close the last time. Got a thin edge. He can also play the backhand and be defensive and try and drop in there if he misses the draw. If he gets into that sort of area, you know, it's going to be close just to stop Darren scoring a double. You know, one shot's not a big issue for him.
Oh, he's happy to lose a one here, Greg.
Darren needs a 3 in the last hand.
Yes, he does. That's why Greg's happy with 1 down. It won't be a runner here. This has just got to be a draw. I think a draw backhand, really. Clearer path to the jack. He's playing the backhand. It's just a draw.
Yeah, he's just trying to close the head down. That's all.
If this finishes a foot behind, he's happy.
He's very close to it.
He's not behind, so therefore Darren's got a chance.
Good. It's a good ball, but you know, Darren has to decide whether he wants to take a risk here.
He's got to take a risk. He's got to try to trail the jack.
Oh. Well, it's there. It's definitely available.
He's got to take the chance. He's got to take the chance, David. I mean, try to trail the jack. I know it's difficult, but 18 inches, scores a 3. I think if he picks a 1 up, that's not going to be good enough. He's not going to get a 3 in the last end, I don't think.
That's what he's looking at, the angle inside that to try and bring the jack into about that sort of position. Anything round about there would be good. You know, there's absolutely no reason not to play that.
Okay, you may just give the game away, but I think that's just too bad, really, isn't it? I think you've got to take a chance.
I think the game's gone if he scores just a single.
Correct.
The way Greg's playing, it's going to be very hard to pick up a 3. He has picked up a 3 earlier in the set, but it's only one end. So it's a big ball. It's a difficult one. I suppose the option is to play across it in the forehand, but I just don't like the look of that.
I think he's been positive, I think. I think he's playing the right shot.
Yeah, it'll hook away very quickly.
He could still get a result, being tight here. He can get a result here.
Edge and the jack for 3.
He's got a result.
Well, he didn't get the 3, but it's a fortuitous 2. Now that gives him a little bit of a sniff here.
2 shots, Darren Burnett.
In the final end.
Set score 5-6 after 8 ends.
See Darren's last ball, slightly under. Fortunate result. Picks a 2 up. Yeah, acknowledges it was a little bit lucky.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
It's 3 inches short of jack high.
Well, Greg's still very much in the driving seat. He's effectively carries that one shot over from the first set because Darren must win. Greg will be thinking to himself, you can have one, my friend, but no more.
Yes, you're right. He's got a little cushion, however, his opening ball has put a bit of pressure on because it's finished in the centre line, so that might just stop a running ball. Darren needs probably a closer shot here.
Earlier
Your
in the
boat
set,
just under 3 feet.
Greg would take those 2 balls out, but at this stage he'll probably still draw.
Yeah, stick to the draw at the moment, Greg. Yard on your last delivery.
Not quite, and that's, well, you know, it's coming across the red balls. They're close enough that he can play that forcing shot if he needs it. It would have been better if he hadn't come across the red.
Well, 2 red. Darren needs to make this one count, because Greg will be running at the next one, I think.
Change of hand, needs to come back very quickly.
Oh, it's good. It's number 3. Well, a lot of pressure now on Greg. What does he do? Is it a forehand draw? Is it a backhand runner?
Well, he's been so good at the runners, he really has been, but I think the difficulty is that if he's just a foot over the weight in the forehand, Andy, you know, he'll slip on through. Well, sticking with the forehand.
Good choice, confident in the draw.
No reason why he can't draw it, he's been playing well enough. Oh, he's close with this.
Very close.
Very close. Second shot. Well done. Well done, Brett. Played it well.
It's a trap there for the key.
1 red.
Hard stuff now. Andy, does he play all the way through it and to take the green ball out, or does he try and convert the jack through on the forehand?
It's quite a good backhand runner.
That's what he's looking
Darren
at.
has no timeouts remaining.
Replace the green ball.
It's a hard shot though, Andy, without bringing that jack out.
I agree, but I think that's the only thing he's got on here.
Well, the forehand's there, but as you know, it struggles to get back when you put it out on a wide line. But Darren Burnett has got 1 ball to stay in this championship. And he's got 1 blow to keep the quest for the treble going. And it's very difficult, it really is.
This is a hard shot, however. I think he's got to play the backhand. Try to remove the green ball. Whoa.
Stop the clock, please.
Put off his delivery. Still got time.
Oh, you can take a timeout. Just settle yourself. Take a timeout.
Yeah, stop clock has been stopped.
It has. It has.
Restart.
Potentially the last bowl of the match.
He's going with a lot of weight. Just needs the green ball to go out. He looks under.
Yep. Just a ball under.
1 shot, Darren Burnett. Match to Greg Arlo.
Punches his fist to the air to acknowledge the crowd and his win today. Playing very well now. Sounds of Darren's coming back, but that great ball in the last end, Andy.
Great ball from Greg. I think it's fair to say that Greg was the better player, drew better. Darren not quite as the form that he's shown at the beginning of the week. However, I think both players will be happy here. Greg's through. Darren's had a great championships.
Yes, he certainly has. He's very happy to take away 2 titles, no doubt about that. But Greg was more than happy to have lost a single shot in the last end, draw the set, go through to the semi-finals, and he played well. Well, Greg set a stall out very early in this match. Then the drive of the jack in the ditch, and 6. Last ball, crunching the jack in to make 3. Drawing and driving was superlative. And that was enough for the set. In set 2, Darren a little touch in the jack to make a 3 that he scored on the 5th end. And Greg